Should be good.
What's that?
Should be good.
Okay. Fantastic. Live on YouTube to wrap up a big week of shows. I'm here. Justin Trudell's here. Dave Cullinane's here. We don't have a guest yet. I don't know what's going on with that. We'll firm up the rules for the sleep. Do we have a title for this?
Sleeping in Justin's car.
Sleeping in Justin's car.
We need to firm up some stuff for that. Is it Glasspiegel?
Glasspiegel. Yes.
Glasspiegel.
Glasspiegel.
Yeah. Okay. What's going on?
He is currently in the air, I believe. He's supposed to land just about now, actually. He lost his phone last night, which is very helpful.
Okay.
At the Lollapalooza Metallica show last night.
So he's at the show. So he's going to be a wreck today. Should we just tell him to not worry about it today?
Well, now I'm kind of interested if he can actually make it. It's kind of fun to me,
Are we doing that lunch thing after? Or is he going to be too tired? Or
He has never once said anything about lunch to me.
Okay, so so we're not going to mention it.
I'm definitely not mentioning
it. Okay, good. I don't want to do that. I mean, if he brings it up, fine. I don't want. I mean, he's going to be hungover and travel. It's just going to be a wreck.
He was chatty early in the morning though, so he's got the Wi-Fi and his laptop and stuff like that.
Okay, so we'll see what happens. I suppose. Yeah. So if he comes, great. If not, we can certainly do another time. He seems like a good sport. I appreciate him trying.
Yeah.
Though I don't care about anybody's travel log on Twitter at all. I've fallen in that trap before myself. Remember years ago on the old show. Oh, you know what? I think it's when we went to D.C. when Hernandez killed himself. We were at the White House that day, and I think we had a travel nightmare. I remember tweeting about it and thinking, why am I? Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Who cares? Maybe it's fucking travel. Travel's awful. Going to the airport is the worst experience in the world. The worst.
I think he had 2 flights canceled, maybe.
This is what I mean. I don't
JetBlue is awful.
Why is that an extra camera? What's going on?
I just was testing things. Yeah,
Why?
Adding an extra camera in this room, seeing if it would work with the system.
What
so I'm
system?
not using it right now with the video system. Okay. Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah.
A couple of quick show notes before we get to the stories of the day, I suppose. Number one, we had announced a venue for the 2023 sort of big show. We'll have a show in the fall, which we'll announce sometime in the next, I don't know, a few weeks, I guess. But that was going to be, we hadn't announced the venue though, right? Just the date,
Correct,
March 25th. We had it booked. Dave said it was a lock. Of course, he screwed up. He didn't ask all the questions.
You nixed it?
So, but I didn't have all the information provided to me, did I?
I'm saying you nixed it though.
So it's going to be in Westbrook, Maine, which is, if you're driving, if you know the area at all, let's say you're on 95 North, and you go past that main mall. You know that one, Dave, or no?
No, not really.
Justin, no?
I do not.
Okay, good. You just keep going. It's another couple of exits up. It's north of the airport, I guess is my point. It was a little over 1,000 seats, give or take, right?
Yeah. Yep. Great venue.
Terrific looking venue. So Dave texted me yesterday and says that they can't serve alcohol at this venue, right?
Correct.
Because it's attached to a school?
Attached to, I don't know if he's at a middle school or a high school.
It's just weird. 1,000-seat arena is attached to a middle school?
I know.
very strange.
Yeah. They must do like not Broadway, but theater shows there. That's a big theater for a local theater production.
For sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I said probably a no-go. Minihane fans, they love to drink. So I don't want, they should be able to, if you're going out for a show, they could go out to dinner before and have a few beers, but they want to be able to have a drink or two at the show. They should be able to do that.
And to be honest with you, the second show at the Wilbur was way louder, way more fun. Not obnoxious.
We're not gonna. We wouldn't have done 2 shows there though.
No, but I just mean the drunk people.
Yeah, but I don't want anybody drunk. I don't know what you're encouraging. But a point is, if the adult wants to have a beer or whatever, they should be able to do it.
Yes.
So I'm not going to tell them no. So we continue to look. I guess.
Yep.
Dave sent me one yesterday. I don't know. I don't think so.
You didn't like that one?
It's too small, I think.
Yeah, the options are very limited here.
Yeah. How is that possible?
I don't know. It's just because comedians play smaller venues. They're all the venues are like 500 to 750 range.
So there's nothing in like the 1,000 to 1,400 range. Not that many.
I'm waiting on a couple.
Okay.
I'm amazed at how slow they are to get back to you on these things when it costs a lot of money to rent these places.
It is weird.
But it is what it is. So I'm waiting on at least 4 that are in that kind of 1,300 to 1,500 range.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see.
Where are they? Just around New England?
A couple in Maine.
Yeah.
One in New Hampshire, I believe. And I forget. Yeah, probably another one in Massachusetts. I know you're not going to do that, but
why not?
You don't want to do Massachusetts again. I know.
That's not true. It depends on where it is. I don't. The problem with like a 600-seater is we have to probably do 2.
Yeah.
And I really don't want to do that if we can avoid it.
Yeah.
Like I just don't want to do that in one night, and I don't want to do it in back-to-back nights either. I don't want to be stuck. I don't know. No, I don't know.
I agree. So hopefully one of these ones comes through. We'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. Tough date, by the way, too. Like, apparently, a lot of the places are booked. That's another problem.
Why is that?
They book them out early. Like they're
Well,
just,
I get that. I mean, I guess if people are if a comedian's doing his tour or her tour, I suppose it's
Yeah.
they have to lay it all out for.
Yeah. Somebody told me they typically set their schedule like right at the beginning of June is where they solidify. July when they solidify for basically the beginning of next year. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. What else going on? Show related?
Show related? I don't think anything crazy show related is going on.
No?
I don't believe so.
Okay.
No.
Oh, we wanted to ask him about the subscriber thing on YouTube.
What's the subscriber thing?
on
Remember,
YouTube?
I said, they have an option of making it a subscriber-only chat. You said, let's ask Kirk.
Oh yeah, but I didn't know in what context. But we were wondering. So people can chat on YouTube right now if they want, like they're watching.
Great.
And it just popped up for us a selection where can only subscribers
No.
chat.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What show do you think this is?
I know. We kind of assumed what your answer would be there.
Why? What is the argument against that?
Because you want subscribers. So it's a
I
perk
don't
to
care about
subscribing to
subscribers.
Yes,
I don't-
you do. You
no.
cared last week.
Yeah, but if I talk about that stupid thing, we're not doing that.
No.
We're gonna do. Justin fucked it up. We're not gonna.
Pizza party dead.
When you do the second round of something, it's dead.
Yeah.
Like we had some fun with it, but that's never gonna happen. Once it loses its life, it's over. That's been replaced by Wednesday.
True. But what am I going to do with all these pictures now?
You can have your own party.
I'll have maybe I'll live stream it too.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, wonderful.
All right.
No. What subscribers? Why? Everybody's in there as a subscriber anyway.
I don't know if that's a new pop-up, but Justin brought it up this morning. It's I don't
That's
think I've
a
ever
horrible
seen
instinct,
that,
Justin. If you think we should do that,
I didn't say we
No,
should
it
do
wasn't
it.
his instinct.
just
It
by
was kind of
asking,
perk.
it means you think perk to who?
Like a lot of people say that like chatting with videos like that is a perk to subscribers. Versus
People
the
do
general
that?
public. Yeah, some
They
people
make
do
these
that for
people
sure.
do this?
Yeah, some
Oh,
people definitely do. Yeah.
But unsubscribe if you want. I don't. I truly. Nothing in my life changes if you subscribe.
This coming from the guy who's going to charge $450 to take a picture
I saw
with him
that.
and
I saw that on
and Dave
our
Portnoy.
Facebook channel. I will not. I can promise you that will not be happening. I will not do what.
Do you think Dave Portnoy would have made the trip to what was it, Westbrook, Maine? If we solidified that, he said he's coming to the next show.
No, he's not going to be at the next show.
He's not coming. No.
He doesn't know anything. They spent all he does is talk about me now. He's obsessed with me now, which I understand. He's starting to get the itch right now.
Rico Bosco is calling me currently.
He just called me.
Oh, he did.
All right, put him on.
I'm gonna talk to him. Hold on.
He knows I'm on then, right?
Yeah, he's probably watching on YouTube.
But why
right
would he
now.
call my phone then?
It's supposed to be an emergency.
Yeah. Do you know we're live right now, Rico? You there?
Yeah, subscriber only, you fucking moron. What is this, communist Russia?
Go ahead, please.
Happy Friday, Skip. You take his legs out soon. He's bringing down the show.
There's a guy who didn't send us a video for the Wilbur, by the way. Just to remind you.
But he's not wrong. I mean, that's a
Listen, it was
horrible.
a
I am
question.
listening. No, it wasn't.
We
That
didn't
was
select it. We
if you guys
asked
had any
you.
balls, you would say, "Hey, we think we should do this." I might disagree, but that's what you guys think we should do.
I don't know about think, but I definitely think it's a perk to subscribe. You want people to be subscribed to the channel.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know.
Then what?
I don't know.
I always say this to people. Oh, we get engagement. Then what?
Yeah.
Then what?
Yeah, I don't know what you do with it, but it just reinforces. why
Everybody
it's
who's on the
important to
chat right
subscribe.
now subscribes. I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
yes,
Come
yes,
on.
yeah, hopefully.
Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Why hopefully? What if they don't? Then what?
We want subscribers on YouTube
Why?
because it's important.
No, it's not.
It
It
is
is- trust me,
basically the same as a podcast listen nowadays. It's basically the same.
I don't
just because
care.
you don't care about that.
I don't-
Majority of other people care about
That's
that.
wonderful. I don't. So it's my show. I don't care.
Yeah. Did you care about getting videos at the Wilbur from other people? Yeah. Rico could have sent one. I think he could.
How is that? How is that? I'm confused how that aligns with.
He calls me out, but he doesn't perform on his end, so it is what it is.
He's a listener.
Yeah.
He's a listener.
Yep. Okay.
Big fucking. That's the thing. You guys are pussies.
We
You won't say-
asked you. We asked
No,
you.
you're pussies. You want to do it. You won't. If you're afraid to say to me, I think
It's
we should
your
do this.
show. It's your show.
You just have
We
an
asked you
opinion
the
on it.
question. It's just
So you just have
one
no.
general thing
So you
you
just
can
have no
select.
opinion then.
I'm kind of indifferent toward it, but I don't think it's that big of a
Why?
deal.
So you're gonna ask me a question you're indifferent about?
Yeah, because it's your show and it's a
Well, what did
selection
you think
that
I
we
was
have
gonna
to
say?
make.
What did you think I was gonna
I
say?
thought you were going to say
Okay,
no
so you were
fucking way.
indifferent.
Yeah.
And you knew exactly what I was gonna say. So why ask it?
Because I don't know. And I don't know when we would have asked it. He just brought it up right now. I don't fucking know.
Okay. Well, we're not doing that.
Okay.
We're not doing that.
Chat away.
What else? Yeah, who cares about the chat anyway? Fucking losers looking at that.
Can we solidify this car thing now then? Because
Yeah,
there's no
let's.
fucking way that 8 people are going to
Well,
sit
first
in
of
the
all, we
backseat.
both know, the three of us, the people watching right now, and I thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you want to be part of our chat. If you want to be a premium member as well. We're going to start charging. I've been working on this a little bit since I'm not even kidding, with Barstool. I think we're going to start doing things where if you're going to listen to the podcast and be part of YouTube and be part of our private Facebook chat and be part of a chat with me in the show, $89 a month.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
get a keychain.
deal. I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Every 6 months you get a shirt.
Yep.
And you get to have lunch with Justin, I think once a month.
KMS Gold. Love it. Sounds
Yeah,
brilliant.
$89 a month. But you can buy the whole year for $700.
Oh,
That to me is a deal right
that's
there.
a major deal.
Yeah. You don't get tickets to the live shows, but you get premium. It's like the Ruby Sword. You get to be part of the
Yeah, you're in the queue first. You
you get to be in the queue
early
first.
access.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. And I've looked at the price pattern for some of these live shows now.
Yep.
Like the one in Maine,
Correct.
which is, the booze is going to be a lot, probably. It's one thing I have to drink, but the top ticket for the one in Maine,
Yes.
oh, he's here.
Whoa, that was early.
That was quick. Sit down.
Go,
Have a
go
seat.
ahead. What is going on?
$3,000.
$3,000.
I think that's reasonable, no?
I think it's reasonable. Sounds
Look
reasonable.
at that. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing good.
You want to move that? Can you move that mic? Can you help with the mic, Justin? Walk us through the process. Because as I said earlier, there's nothing like better than somebody's travel log.
Everybody's just dying to hear about my travel issues. So,
Where do you live?
I live in Chicago.
So you live in Chicago. So
Yes.
you work for the Post out of Chicago,
Yes.
which you can easily do nowadays. It doesn't
this
matter.
is-
You're fine.
but I can't get it to go the right way. Magic.
Media guy.
So
Jesus Christ.
I live in Chicago. I was flying here to go to Brewers Red Sox tonight and
Okay.
tomorrow.
Can you hear him okay, Dave?
He could talk into it a little bit more.
Just move
closer
it
to
there.
the mic.
Just
too,
move. Yeah,
better.
there you
All
go.
right.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
I was supposed to get in on JetBlue last night
Yeah.
at 11.
11.
They send me an email, I don't know, early afternoon saying your flight's been canceled. So then I call them. They say it's like 50 minutes on hold. The website to like change my flights just isn't working.
Is
It's
anybody following the story? There's nothing
No,
I hate more
no,
than travel log stories. But go ahead. You're angry, so let her rip.
I'm not that angry about it. 'Cause it
You're
worked
much
out
more
fine,
patient.
but
I can't travel anymore.
It's really.
I can't do it. I will not do it. I will not fly anywhere ever again. I won't do it.
Anyways, so I was supposed to get into Boston
Well, that was
last
interesting,
night.
but okay, we'll plow through this.
No,
way.
it is.
No,
It's
go ahead.
terrible.
Go ahead.
It is. But this is an example of that.
Sure.
So
you were supposed to get into Boston last night.
at 11, and
Didn't you think Ryan was going to be a fat guy?
No.
Kinda. You didn't think
I
he was going to be a
am
fat
a
guy?
little fat.
He's
He's
a,
not that
he's a
fat.
little pudgy.
He's not that fat.
I'm like 50
How old are you?
pounds overweight. I'm 35.
Yeah, he could lose 10 pounds, 15.
I-
He's at that weight where he doesn't. Do you work out?
I do. I mean, I work out with a trainer like once a week, and I walk a lot.
Oh well, okay. Because you walk a lot. My grandfather. You go to the mall, Lake
no.
Forest, walk around. So
I
okay.
live in the city,
Okay.
but
All right, so there you go.
I
thought you were at a concert or something.
I did. I went because my flight got canceled. I'm like, I'm not going to let the world tell me what to do.
That's right.
So I went and
Damn right.
the
world.
Well, you know, I
understand.
My flights get canceled. I'm like, okay, well, I live here. Metallica's here tonight. I can get ticket for half face.
So awful.
Yeah, well,
Was that
I
Justin?
lost my
Love
phone,
Metallica.
but
So do I. But you lost your phone too.
yeah,
Metallica's like unbelievable live too, right? Aren't they?
yeah,
It's
they're
legendary.
still ridiculous. Like imagine
Where'd they play?
It was at Lollapalooza, so it's like at Grant Park in front of like 100,000
God.
people with like the skyline in the back.
That's miserable.
I would rather. Oh yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, the skyline in the back's a great. I love that.
100,000 people.
Yeah,
It's not that big of a
Go ahead. Who'd you go with?
I went with like two close friends from college.
Okay.
And so, anyways, JetBlue rebooked me to like get in instead of Friday night at 11, instead of Thursday night at 11, Friday night at 11 in Worcester with like a connection when I was supposed to be.
They bus you from
nonstop.
Worcester? Or?
No, they just drop you there
That's
and
rough.
you're up.
That's rough.
So
they just it's great. They don't give a fuck. It is funny. It's like, fuck
so
you.
I just booked like a different ticket on
Southwest. I saw. Yeah.
And then that flight, which was supposed to get in at 10, got delayed until it was going to get in at 12:45. And I'm like, I'm not going to go and sit at the airport all day and have them cancel it later.
Sure.
So I moved it to this morning when I got in a half hour early and
That's
just
good.
got here
What a pro.
fast.
Yeah.
What do you got, Dave?
That was fast. It was definitely fast.
That's impressive. Yeah, I figured we weren't going to see you, honestly. Well, that's good. Well, welcome.
You know, it's a trick, but it's way better to get a taxi out of the airport than Uber and Lyft because everybody goes on Uber and Lyft now. Nobody thinks about taxis.
I have never taken an Uber in my life.
Never in your life.
I've never paid for an Uber in my entire life.
Really?
No, I don't know how to do it. I don't have the app. I don't know how to do it.
I feel like
have
you stay far away. Like, so when you go to New York, when you go to HQ,
I take
you
the
stay far away and you take
I take the train
right
and
in?
I walk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It's not. I just don't understand. I'm wrong, but I have no brain for it. I'm old. I don't know how to do it. Like Chris Curtis used to Uber me stuff when I was at the EI.
So
He
you
used
just,
his
the
Uber and
car
pay
would
for
just
it.
wait. Yeah, the car would come for you. You
yes,
did it. Okay.
yeah. Now I don't. But I have no need for it in my life. I don't go anywhere.
Yeah, true.
There weren't a lot of Ubers in Walhalla. There's not a lot of Ubers in Maine when we were in Madawaska or
Yeah.
Macau.
And we do all of our retreats. There's not a lot of use for Uber.
Exactly.
Yes.
And this, but I mean, I suppose, So the trick is to go old school and take a taxi.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. So you did that.
Especially from the airport. Yeah.
Okay. So you get to go to the Fenway tonight
Yes.
with your dad.
Yes.
Nice. That's nice. Who's on the hill for the Red Sox? Do we know?
I don't know. I haven't looked anything up about like the actual games.
Are the Brewers good this year? I have no
They
idea.
are. They're leading the NL Central.
Oh, good. There you go. It's exciting. Do you go to Milwaukee at all during the year?
Yeah, I go. I try to go like 4 or 5 times. I've only been once this year, but I've seen them 2 or 3 times at Wrigley.
Are you going to meet up with Carabas before the game?
I'm not.
What? What are you talking about?
I don't know him.
You,
Oh, it read like you knew him.
I mean,
I know
please.
that.
admit that he was the source on that.
He wasn't
No, I
because
mean, what the
here's
fuck are we doing
he did. They
here?
didn't
Why
want
is
that
he
out there
here?
because
Who's they? My company?
No,
DraftKings.
your company didn't care. They gave me a statement on the record. Dave
Right.
responded to me and said, like, I wish him the best. I told him to take the deal.
Right.
The way that you find these things out, though, is not through the people who are directly connected to it. They want to keep it a secret. Like, they're terrified of, like, angering their new company and having, like, anything fall through. You have to like find these things out through like basically neutral third parties and then go to like the company and see if they'll deny it.
So what is are you a employee of the Post or a freelance writer?
I'm an employee.
Okay. How long you been there for?
I started in October.
Okay. And you are strictly media?
No, I'm like, I do a lot of stuff. I cover like crime, dating and relationships, like just anything basically that's sports that doesn't have to do with the games
Game
themselves.
itself?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you
I feel
work
like
on?
you've written a lot about wrestling lately too.
Yeah, I do. I write a lot about
Yeah,
wrestling.
I've seen some of that.
What was I going to ask? So you don't work for like Marchand or something then?
No, I don't work for him. He's not. He helped me get the job, and when I'm going to
I like him.
report on the media, I have to run it by him to make sure it's like not something that he was already
He's
like
working on or
working on
something.
or whatever. But so in like some sense, like I guess I report to him in a little bit, but he's not like an editor.
Okay. What are you working on now? What's the next big story? What are you going to break here?
I have a story coming out in like the subscription section about this baseball team in the Frontier League that is 3-57 and they only play road games.
I have to pay for that?
Well, you can sign up for a free trial and then cancel in 7 days
are you
if
laughing
you
at?
really want to support me.
What are you laughing at?
It sounds like a great read. It sounds
I
like,
was hoping for something a little dishy.
I don't, it's I don't know how many subscriptions it's going to drive, but it's actually like a really
good
interesting
right?
story to work on. Like creatively, it was very fascinating. How are these people not broken? And Maglio Ordonez Jr. is on the team. Raul Mondesi is a son on the team. The manager is this guy who's like 69, who's been in baseball for 50 years, and this is his first time as a manager. So it was,
You trying to drive subscribers or drive them away? What's the pitch here? I'm confused. What are you doing?
Did you see how bad your former boss looked yesterday at the Live event? Did you see that, Clay Travis?
I didn't see what happened.
Oh my God, he looked awful in that.
Oh, you worked for Clay Travis?
I did.
At the whatchamacallit?
At Outkick, yeah.
Oh, I've only met him once or twice. He was very nice when I met him.
Yeah, he is.
I did
He's
a
a
show on Radio Row when I was there one year, and he was nice. He was
Yeah,
fine.
he is.
He was fine. So you're aligned with him politically? You were at the Post
no,
now.
not really.
No?
I mean, I think I'm in the center. Like, I don't like either of the parties. I'm not a partisan for either of them.
Okay. And you were on the podcast with my old friend and my friend still, Alex Reamer. I saw.
Yeah, I went on his podcast a few weeks ago.
How was that? How do you know him?
It was good. I don't know. I think he's just been reading me since I was at the Big Lead before Outkick, which I was there.
That's
for
how I
like
knew you from. I
5
didn't know you
years.
there.
Yeah.
Did we communicate once there or no?
I wrote about when you're like Aaron Andrews comments, and I don't think people liked the way that I covered it.
Okay. Did we communicate or no?
No,
Oh,
we
okay.
didn't.
Okay. Oh, what'd you write?
I think I wrote that what you said was like really ugly and has no place in the world or something.
No place in the world?
I don't know what I said. It
That's
was
a pretty
a long
stupid
time
statement.
ago.
I can't
look
argue
at
with
it.
you. It was dumb. I've never said it wasn't stupid.
Dave Portnoy came after me when I wrote that.
Yeah, he was on my side on that one. He was on my side. Today he wouldn't be. Today I'll be like, even, I don't know if I said here today, would I be fired?
Possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
I don't know.
It's
It's
a radio. I mean, radio would be dead in 30 seconds. Like you would, if I said that on the radio today,
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
No,
I'd be fired.
you'd
I'd be
be
fired
fired
during
by
the
the
break.
next commercial break.
During the break, they would fire me.
Yeah.
Like I would never be on the air again. Yeah.
Never. I don't know.
Well, you know what I
but-
mean. Whatever. Like it would be a long time before I was back.
You also wrote about Kirk, Boston sports talk host on Roger Goodell, hire someone to murder him.
Oh boy, that was.
I don't even remember writing
Well,
that.
that was-
I write like.
I mean, that was my first New York Post kill, by the way. That scumbag Bart Hubbock, who I destroyed, ruined his career. That asshole.
I had a run in with him too, and now he's on a milk carton.
Yeah, I think he sells like real estate or works at a restaurant or something. I hated him, but that was an edited take, by the way. The Aaron Andrews one I own. That Goodell one, I did nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. Zero.
I don't even remember writing about that. I wrote about when
quick.
you were battling with Dave. I think I wrote about that at Outkick,
Dave who?
Portnoy. When
I was?
You guys were like, going back and forth, like.
Oh, when I was at the company, when I was here.
Yeah, when
Oh
you were
yeah,
at
at the
Barstool.
start. Yeah. That was during the Chaps thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
And I
That
saw-
one, I don't think I took any type of like negative tone about
Well,
you. I think I
appreciate
just
it, Ryan.
described
You can be
the
negative if you
facts.
want. It's fine. I saw that Alex Bennett went on Chaps' show.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, so
Okay.
well, she's made her
Chap's
choice.
rumored to be moving to Maine or something like
Oh,
that. I've seen
God,
that. I've
stay
seen
there.
those rumors.
Please stay there. Just keep going north and leave the world, please. What do you got, Dave? What do you want to start here with Ryan? Any questions? Oh, well, I guess we should talk about why he's here in the first place.
Yeah.
So, like, you did, invite me to have breakfast with your dad.
Yes.
You must understand. You seem like a quirky, weird guy. I already like you. You seem
Thank
like
you.
You seem uncomfortable. You seem fidgety almost,
Yeah,
right?
it's a little
Yes, I am
uncomfortable.
You're comfortable in your own skin, right?
Yeah.
Do you suffer from depression?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, okay. That's disappointing. I thought you might.
I get lucky though, so
go
it
ahead.
balances out like my discomfort.
Your discomfort, okay. What's your situation? Married, single?
Yeah, I'm married. I have a 1 and a 3-year-old, both girls.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. What was I going to ask? Oh, so we're going to have breakfast with your dad. What did you think? I was going to go to your house and have breakfast with your father?
No, I meant go to a diner around here.
You said that Dave did not articulate the pitch correctly. Right?
Lies.
correct.
Pure lies.
He's saying you lied, or you're saying he lied?
He's saying I lied.
He mischaracterized it at least in the snippet.
Okay,
Oh,
so
thank you. Okay, so he didn't
I
listen
didn't
to
go
the
and listen
entire
to the whole thing.
context. This is a
Yeah,
journalist.
here's the
This
thing.
is a journalist who didn't listen to the entire
most of the journalists, by the way,
segment.
also did not reach out to Saugus High School, if you remember.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
I know. That
We
was-
did, though. We
Look, we've been over that. That was a mistake. by
Dotting
me.
guys
I-
across his teeth. Yeah, it's just journalism 101. I mean, what did Jared say? He was the valedictorian of his height? No, what was it?
He
the
said
prom?
that they made him go to prom because he was class president, and Kirk fact checked.
One of the biggest lies ever told.
He would have been free to skip it if he pleased.
There you go. So it makes you question the whole story.
Yes.
So anyway, so you said to Dave, hey, because you came on, I was like, oh, you seem like a nice guy. Yeah, I said at the end, if you want, your dad wants me up for lunch anytime. I thought, you were like, oh, well, Kirk obviously doesn't want to do that.
Okay, well, that was my mistake for taking you at your word.
But then you turned lunch into breakfast
Yeah, because
on a Saturday.
I
I
didn't consider it work.
What'd you say?
Because he was in town. It was like and he was flying in on a Friday, so
Sure.
he probably.
Where are your folks from?
They're in Simsbury outside of Hartford,
Oh, they're in Simsbury. So your dad's coming all the way here to go to the game with you tonight?
and tomorrow, yeah,
Oh, so you guys are staying around here?
yeah,
Oh, that's nice. That's good. Then you fly back?
yeah,
Well, that's nice you're able to do that with your dad.
yeah, and mom,
What, your mom's coming too?
Yeah.
What did your dad, are they retired? Is your dad retired?
yeah, they're both retired.
What do they do?
My dad was one of the best in the world at knowing whether an insurance stock would go up or down over the next 5 years.
That's why he
And
was
so
in the
he
Hartford
sold-
area.
Yeah, and he basically sold his research to hedge funds and big stock buyers, and
Wow.
so he
made a lot of money.
Yeah,
So he's disappointed in you professionally.
no, he's
Okay.
he's
Someone told me, but
he's,
okay.
he's subsidized my art.
Yes, exactly.
Bob, is his name Bob? Bob Glasspiegel?
Yes.
Oh, look at this. Best on the street. Makes Wall Street Journal
Yeah,
best on the
Wall
street.
Street Journal named him the
Wow.
top insurance stock picker.
Do you think
Wow.
do you think he's shady, Dave? Do you think he's
No.
He's above
he's an
board?
honest
This
man.
looks
Bob's
classy.
an honest man.
And he probably hates guys like Jim Cramer, right? Who like sensationalize the whole thing. He's dialed in. Say it.
With Bob,
He doesn't hate them,
if
but-
the insurance version of the Carabas story, Bob would have never let that thing slide.
No,
True or
no,
false?
he
Yeah,
would have. Had,
So he's disappointed.
He wouldn't.
Yeah.
He would not have made that error.
And Kathy did what?
Sue.
Sue, okay. All right. Bob and Sue, I like that. Yeah.
Sue did a bunch of different stuff. So she worked at the Travelers Insurance Company.
Sure.
What she mainly did.
Insider.
That's inside trading 101 right there. That is insider 101. Jesus, is it too late for Bob to go to prison? My
I
God.
think the statute of limitations
over?
when she worked there is over. She's been gone there.
but they're
for
both
like
very
30
healthy.
years. Yeah,
That's great. That's wonderful. So you get to see them all. They come out and see the grandkids and stuff?
yeah,
Oh, good. That seems like a very nice life.
yeah.
And you live right in the city.
Yeah, I live in like Logan Square. Not you know where that is, but
I know Chicago.
So I live maybe from the city to O'Hare. I live like a third of the way to O'Hare from like downtown.
Yeah.
Do you know where the Barstool guys are? Like, is that office close to you? I
It's
don't know
like
where they are.
relatively because I actually don't know exactly where they are.
Who cares, Dave?
I'm just wondering.
Shit. You think he care? What do you mean?
I'm just wondering. Maybe they'd want him as a guest sometime or
Sure.
something. Who
Well, they're
knows?
great
Yeah.
guys. Well, I don't. Do we like those guys?
Yeah, we like those guys.
Eddie, I like.
Yeah.
Carl,
Eddie
I
doesn't
like.
you, but
don't
we
like-
like
you
you.
Eddie
don't
doesn't like me, huh?
You don't like White Sox, Dave, I believe.
I do like White Sox, Dave. I like to not like him, but Carl was very complimentary to me, which is all you need to do. He's very complimentary to me in New York. Very complimentary.
Chief would be a fantastic Thursday, Friday guest.
Chief is always welcome here. I don't know who that is, but he's always welcome here.
Oh, you know Chief. Yeah.
Do I?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, was he the one who took the picture with Ozzie Guillen?
Yes.
I do like Chief. I like all those guys. I'm Mr. Barstool now. I like it. Where do you're a media guy. Where do you look at Barstool right now today? I feel like the company's in a strange place. I think, right now.
I've been like covering Barstool longer than just about anybody. Like the day that Dave sold the company to the Chernin Group, I interviewed him for like 20 minutes and wrote about it. And I had a podcast at the time.
Yeah. You have a podcast now?
I don't have one right. Well, kind of. I go on Ethan Strauss's podcast.
Do you
once a week.
really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Who's that? Is that a big podcast? It might be. I have no idea.
I
know that
he was
name.
at ESPN and The Athletic, and now he has a Substack newsletter where he like rattles cages in the sports media business.
There is not enough sports media content out there that you can. I've never understood. The Herald, for example, doesn't have a sports media writer in Boston. The Globe just has one. He's a stooge. But they don't
like looking for gossip. Like
even
New York
Alex,
Post
like
style.
Alex, my friend, but like Alex can't write about things like EI. Like he's silenced. So like there is a that's where the Post does a good job.
No, but Alex would be if he.
Alex would be great.
If he could do
It'd be
it, he would be
sensational.
great. Yeah,
He'd be great. He'd be great. But there's not enough. Like Marchand is probably the biggest national media writer now.
Absolutely.
And he's not like he's, in all due respect to him, it's not like he's like
He's not going on.
Adam Schefter. He has 800,000
he
Twitter
goes
followers.
on like
I know, but
Dan Patrick's show.
Oh, I think he's
like-
really good, but I'm just saying like I think there's a lot of room
right.
still
There,
for that.
the
Like
people.
Barstool should have one, honestly.
The people
Justin,
who I asked Dave for a job about a year ago. He said no, but
Oh, no, he just gives them to everyone else now. But
No kidding. Yeah, you should have gone to Barstool Idol. You got the fucking job.
the
That always show where 8 people tried out for 8 jobs. What a fucking show. Jesus. Oh, was I talking to a senior Barstool person yesterday? I won't say who it was. You can twist my arm all day. I'll never tell you who was he critical of these Barstool Idol winners.
oh, really?
Oh my God. He was telling Feidelberg on his show. But I won't say who it was. But I'll just say, Maron. By the way, I was defending these people. Very talented. Very talented.
But no, to your point, like the people like Dave and Big Cat and PFT and a lot of these other people, they're more famous than a lot of the athletes. I bet you like Dave would be more likely to be recognized walking down the street in Boston than like Raphael Devers.
Yes.
Yes.
Yo,
Guaranteed.
yes.
Guaranteed.
But
for
you
sure.
know, that's like
I thought you were saying Mike Trout, but yes, I would agree.
Well, definitely
Yeah.
him too. But like,
Yeah.
you know, Devers plays here. He's going to sign like a $300 million contract
I would
somewhere.
agree.
Portnoy's more famous.
I would agree. I would not say he's more famous than.
He's not more famous than like Paul Pierce.
No. I was thinking like, is he more famous in Boston if you walk down the street today than Jaylen Brown?
I think yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Jaylen Brown sticks out more.
Well, the thing,
Yeah, he has a- he's the-
Jaylen Brown's like very tall, so you would
Wow,
like
that's true. Too.
fixate
He
on
has a
him.
nice beard too, right? He has a beard, right?
Yes.
Yes. I've never seen him play, but how about
Who would lunch with them go for more at an auction? Portnoy or Jaylen
fanboys
Brown?
are on both sides are kind of weird. It's a good question. I'm trying to think, is there a Patriot now? Is Portnoy more famous than Mac Jones? Yes. No?
Maybe by
Mac
face,
Jones.
but not. But like
Because
Jones
Mac Jones is
in the
new.
helmet.
Certainly not more famous than Belichick.
No,
Nor
definitely
Kraft.
not.
So that's a good point, though. Yeah, I don't know.
And he hits like all demographics now. He's in the TikTok world now.
Who, Dave?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Dave's like I've said before. He's Davy Mouse now. He's like a cuddly little. He's a
Yeah, but it worked out for him.
Every once in a while, you read a story about him. It's not so Mickey Mouse, but
Every
that's-
other loser who tried to latch onto the TikTok stars of the world, they are all goodbye. Like they're nobodies now. Dave
Is
was
that
the
right?
only
Like
one
who?
that stuck.
I don't know anything about that.
I mean, the guy Pomp, who's like the
I don't
Bitcoin
know
guy,
who that
tried
is.
to do a podcast with TikTok guy.
I don't know who
Didn't
that
work.
is. Yeah.
You wouldn't know them. It's like
Okay.
three guys at this. Actually, Kevin O'Leary might have done one too.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, Mr. Wonderful did. I don't think that worked out.
Huh. How's that going, by the way?
Kevin O'Leary?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's a walk. It's
Studio?
September or October. Definitely not studio.
He lives in
I don't think
Boston.
So yeah, but I don't think.
Why
it's
can't we go
coming
to
back
him?
All right, options
I'll go
are
to
open.
Mr. Wonderful.
You'll go to Mr.
Yes,
Wonderful.
and people are very critical of me on Twitter, Ryan, because I'm a little late to the game. I'd never seen the show Shark Tank before. So yesterday, I made the. Have you ever seen the program?
I have.
Okay.
I don't
I've-
watch it religiously.
Well, that's
but
fine.
I've seen it, yes.
I am very into it now. Like I'm into stats now. I have a bunch of. I'll watch a show and take some notes after.
You keep tabs on all the businesses and their future.
I do.
Yeah,
I made I don't know if you saw this tweet or not yesterday.
I did.
Robert is now my second favorite shark currently today. That could change. Like it's like your favorite Springsteen songs.
Yeah.
It could change.
So how did he surpass?
He's just
Mark
very
Cuban?
kind. He has very kind eyes.
Yeah, he does.
Are you a Springsteen guy?
Yes.
Are you? How
Thank
do you
for
feel
listening,
about
Ryan.
this?
We've gone into full. I'm disgusted.
Okay.
By it. I'm physically. I've seen 66 shows. I am physically ill at this. And by the way, I was thinking of this morning, Dave. I got up at like 3:30. I was thinking about this. I was bring it up. So thank you for bringing it up, Ryan.
Should've texted
We'll talk about Game Time first. You could have gone to Game Time. Well, I guess you got a good deal last night anyway, Metallica.
Yes.
But normally, if you're going to, like, for instance, tonight, I'm sure you and your dad are paying an arm and a leg for these Red Sox tickets. Watch these terrible Red Sox. Oh, you probably got comp because you're in the media.
I'm a Brewers fan,
What does that have to do with the price of the tickets?
but
Right, and you work in the media. Play along.
Right, we're doing
Game
the ad
time's
here.
great, Ryan.
okay, game time, right
Jesus
before the game.
God, how old
you
are
know,
you? So you're 35.
Ryan
Yeah.
Whitney-esque over
So
here.
is your favorite? You're not as bad as Whitney. Whitney with these ads. Is your favorite player ever that fraud, Ryan Braun?
No.
Is he retired? Or does he still play?
Yeah, he retired.
Was his career just completely? Is it just totally tainted by that, or was it like did he come back and people like
so
him?
the
Like, if he
Brewers,
shows up at-
the
if he-
Brewers fans embraced him.
So if he shows
was
up at, like, a-
he kind of came back for it and was like a league average player for a number of
So he
years.
was never
but
the
came
same,
up with
though.
big hits.
So he was never the same. Though.
No, it's never the
So
same
he's a
again.
total product of the roids.
I think that's reasonable to say.
So if he showed up like it's Miller Park, right?
They
Not anymore.
renamed it to American Family Field. It's the Sears Tower changing.
Do they still do the thing where they slide into the thing though?
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
They changed the color of the slide though, which I was very upset about.
That is upsetting. So if they have like a anniversary day, the all-time Brewers team, and Ryan Braun shows up, he gets a big ovation though.
Yes.
Also, the Brewers fans have moved on.
Yeah.
As fans do.
Right.
Do you only play for them?
Yeah, he only played for them.
He's not the greatest Brewer of all time though.
No.
Who's the greatest Brewer of all time?
Robin Yount or Paul Molitor?
I would say Paul Mahler is a better player.
Yeah, one of
but
those
Yount,
two.
but Yount
Yount
stayed.
played his whole career there though, and Molitor went elsewhere.
He started so young too. My favorite Brewer as a kid. Who do you think? I'm 47.
Raleigh Fingers.
Cecil Cooper.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Game Time is a ticketing app that makes it easier than ever. What was I going to talk about before that? I was going to segue into something.
You were talking about Bruce. Then you were talking about.
Oh, Bruce. Yeah. Hey, hang on to that. Which, you know, if you go to Game Time for your Bruce tickets, by the way, are on sale, I think, right now, all over. Good luck. It's another round today. This is why you have Game Time. You get last minute tickets and great deals. MLB tickets for under $15, all in on Game Time. Yankees tickets as low as $14. Red Sox tickets, $14. I'm going to guess that Bob did not pay $14 for these Red Sox tickets, Ryan. True or false?
True.
Yeah, Mets 13, Braves 14, Cubs 12. You name your team, Game Time has the hookup on deals for you to get to our ballpark. Best part, you get $20 off your first purchase. Download the Game Time app. Go to the account tab to create a login and redeem code Minihane, Minihane, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Download Game Time. Last minute tickets. Lowest price guaranteed. Thank you to Game Time for joining us this week. We appreciate it. Go there right now and get that account going with my last name, Minihane.
Is it going to be hot as balls tonight again or no? Like, is it going to be crazy?
My Willard Scott? I mean, probably.
No,
it's 90 degrees now. No, Dave, I think it'll be 46 degrees at first pitch.
Yeah,
tonight.
I just could never go to a baseball game when it's as hot as it's been.
It's America's pastime.
Yeah,
You have a hot dog, you have a brew, Bob and Ryan, laughing it up.
Yep.
Why not? That's a great night.
I'm also a liar.
Sue.
I was supposed to lie.
Hopefully I'll have a phone by then.
Yeah, probably not. Who knows? I keep leaving Sue out of this, which isn't right. She's because she's a woman. I'm suggesting, of course, she'll be there as well.
Yes.
Will Bob keep score at the game?
No.
Okay. Well, Sue keeps score.
No.
You.
But when my mom was bored at Travelers, like, 'cause I guess they wouldn't give her like work, so she was just like sitting there with nothing to do all day. She like joined like a fantasy baseball league and like won in like the 80s.
Look at that. Oh, like in the beginning of it.
Yeah.
When it was, so when I was in 8th grade, Jonathan Simeone, who I think is an attorney now in Oregon, who was blind, started a fantasy league. And there were like 8 of us, and we did a draft. And back then, it was as basic as it got. And you would literally, of course, like do it by the box score the next day. It was great. I would love to go back to that. I'm jealous that you don't have I would love not to have you have no access to social media right now.
I know. It
It's
actually is
wonderful.
kind
It's
of nice.
freeing. It's like when I go to the Masters every year. There's no, you can't bring your phone in. It's the greatest thing ever. What are you doing at?
I don't know if this is Jonathan Simeone, bald head, closed one eye.
Probably.
him whenever,
Yeah. Well, what do you mean? Ooh,
Jesus Christ, Dave.
I'm just whatever.
he's blind. This guy's an attorney. He's accomplished more.
Oh, did you say he was blind before I said that?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear that blind part.
Jesus Christ, you idiot.
I didn't hear the blind
Well, I was gonna
part.
say what Bruce is. I'm not saying he's the biggest star in the world, the biggest, but there's no musical act whose outrage audience over the ticket prices would drag on for a third week. There just isn't. Because so people are so used to paying top for all these other people anyway.
And his audience are the complainers of the world, though.
Well, it's he's supposed to
yes.
be the guy for
Correct.
the working class.
Correct.
It's his
Yeah.
brand.
And he has also said for years that this is who he is. So I think, but it is not stopped raging on. Like it is not. I can tell you my community.
And these artists definitely have the power to block Ticketmaster out of these things.
So
when
I
they
don't
really
know that.
want
Yeah.
to.
So
they have the power to do
I
it.
think I saw Kid Rock did that, for example. Like so what? So okay. So I don't. Ticketmaster thing still confuses me still. So once Bruce signs a deal with Ticketmaster, right, his people to do it for a tour, what then can he do though? That's my question. I guess your point is,
He could publicly shame them, but
can he though if he has a contract? I don't know that.
yeah, probably.
But then what? Like then what? I agree. I wish he could do something. I just don't know what the answer is. The answer is not how they've handled
the
it.
problem is it really like doesn't have anything to do with him. The problem is that these tickets just get bought up by professionals with robots immediately.
Well, how do they do that though?
I don't know how they do it, but they figured it out.
Do you know, Justin?
Yeah, they
Dave?
set up like it has to do with like hacking, kind of.
So, but how do they like? So the fact. So I was So I did the stupid verified thing, right? The night before tickets. So that's useless then.
It's not useless, but it's
But they was
like
gone though,
you got
Ryan.
a
The minute I
very
went on,
low
they were all like
probability.
$5,000 a seat though.
But they're verified too. Like they're in
yeah, they
that
just do the
system.
same thing, right?
Well, what they do is they get like college kids. They'll be like, "Hey,
Yeah, they've got like a
everyone get
farm
together.
of like laptops and
We'll give you
phones.
$20. You sign up. You're gonna buy a ticket, and then we'll buy it off you.
Oh, so they pay him whatever, and then
Yeah, like we'll give you $100 to go. Say you're a verified fan.
we'll pay
of
you.
Bruce.
Okay, then they just sell the ticket back to him at face, and then they sell it for $8,000 or whatever.
Yes.
What a fucking scam.
Yep.
So why? So what stops? Say, I'll just pick Bruce, Taylor Swift, whatever, Metallica. You know what I'm saying? The top 10, whatever. Bon Jovi, U2, from holding a press conference together and saying we're starting our own company.
They get paid, they make their money from this.
From touring?
They make their money from the way that the system
Yeah,
works.
but U2 and Bruce could tour and sell $200 seats and still sell at 70,000 seat arenas. They're gonna make a shitload of
need,
money.
What they need to do is they need to like set it so that they can't be resold over X amount of dollars.
Right.
And set a cap
you're
where
saying-
like if someone buys it and then they can't go, it's still liquid, but they're not like,
But here's the thing,
profiteering.
though. But here's the thing, though. I'm not. I'm for everybody making every dollar they can. I'm not. But like, this isn't that. You know what I mean? This isn't like capitalism. This is something else. This is just weird. I can't. Like even now, this conversation, nobody in the room really knows exactly how they're doing it, and I think that's probably how Ticketmaster wants it. But yet, they have a complete monopoly.
They
Like a
might be
total
doing
monopoly.
it themselves. It honestly might
probably
be
are, right?
them just like raising the bids manually and just saying that it's other scalpers.
So you're a 35-year-old man who traveled in this outfit, this attire. This is how you. But in the old days, like on Mad Men, you'd see them on the planes. They'd be in the suit. They'd look classy.
Yeah.
We fast forward to 2022, and how do you pronounce your last name?
Glasspiegel.
Glasspiegel. So I was right all along.
Yeah, there's a big fan of this show that's like friends of the family that like hated when we were kind of just like joking around with them last week.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
With Ryan?
Yeah, somebody.
I
like
thought you were in on the joke the whole
somebody
time.
like tipped you off, right? It was a
You were
fr-
never.
it was a fan.
Were you ever like sensitive about this?
No, not really.
Oh. So you were when I was critical of you on the show a couple weeks ago.
A little bit.
Oh, why? You didn't know we were fucking around?
I did not. No, I thought you were actually being really mean.
What was? I like this guy.
He showed up at least.
I like him. What did you think was mean?
The whole like, I don't want to get breakfast with your dad. Fuck you.
Oh, that's
like 100% true though.
I mean, I guess again, like, because in context, I suppose that does sound mean. But I would argue the mean thing is you putting me in a position where I have to act like that.
Well, all I was doing was following up on what I now knew was an empty promise.
I said lunch to you on the phone, not breakfast.
You're right.
Breakfast is not lunch.
But to be fair, I didn't mischaracterize that distinction. I said, you said lunch and I said breakfast. Maybe that was where the signals were crossed.
I suppose. Well, if your feelings were hurt, I do apologize. 'Cause I do like you, and I think you do a good job. I read your stuff. I follow you now on Twitter. And what's your handle? Not that you'll ever be able to use it again because you have no access to it.
Yeah, I didn't even pull out my laptop and tweet, watch me on here. But
Yes.
jumped right in. So yeah, sports report, RAPPORT.
Okay, and what was the bullshit that you pitched Colin? You gonna write some story or something?
I didn't.
A retreat?
I that. He asked.
Whoa.
Retreat?
I don't
What was
want
it?
Ryan to get in any more trouble, right?
You're not in trouble.
He didn't listen to the whole context. You started the conversation. You assumed.
You meaning me?
Yeah, you said something, and I corrected you right out the gate. I was like, no, this isn't about a story. This was just an invitation.
Well, I heard the word retreat was thrown around somewhere.
That was on his podcast.
So you've had like a bunch of mini fans up to go like
Minifans, Ryan.
Minifans. I'm sorry,
That's okay.
I don't want to.
You don't want to piss them off. Trust me.
Minifan with no dot on the I.
Right.
Right. So you've had like them like meet up and go like ice fishing and stuff.
Sure,
right?
yeah. Live shows.
Something. So he said, "Would you want to
meaning
write?"
Colin.
Yeah, he said, "Would you want to write about lunch or breakfast?" As I said,
Why are you rolling your eyes, Dave?
I said first thing I said is this for a story? Because I just thought it was the most ludicrous thing in the world that he would ask if you want to go to breakfast with his
But
dad.
that's okay. But he's a sweet guy. I like him.
But he was
yeah.
honest, and he said no, and then he went into his whole like.
Do you picture buffet breakfast or continental? What were you thinking?
Some type of like old school diner
Oh,
where,
yeah.
Your coffee gets
I
a
don't drink
third
coffee.
drink and they're filling it.
Yes, yeah. Okay, all right. Yeah, okay. So go ahead, Dave. Continue. I'm sorry.
No.
Ideally with shredded hash browns, because as goes the shredded hash browns, so goes the diner.
That is true, I suppose.
No, and he transparently, like, he corrected that. He said, I don't want to write just a story about us doing breakfast or anything
He was
like
never
that.
going to write a story.
No, it was just he wanted to do, if he was going to write a story, it would be about one of our retreats.
He's not going to write about me. We can write about Maglio Ordonez Jr. I mean, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah, you're right. You're just right.
Look,
Behind
there are
the
some
paywall.
things that I do that get like a lot of
We're just
clicks.
kidding around, Ryan. Don't worry
Like
about it.
I wrote about like Kendrick Perkins' like Frenchie puppy breeding business last week, and that got
I did
over
see that.
300,000 people read that.
I did see that.
How many people read the Carabas story?
The
12, I
the
was told.
first one, the reason I did the second one was the first one had like enormous readership. I don't remember exactly how much, but it's like definitely over 200,000.
But you can see why.
Yeah, when people change jobs.
That's news. And like Barstool in the middle of it, and a lot of people were commenting on it.
Plus, he didn't want it out there, so there was a mystery.
No, of course.
He didn't acknowledge it for a long time.
Well,
You must have some scoops about that. Like DraftKings is trying to do their own sports network, apparently.
Yeah, like FanDuel and DraftKings are both trying to build their own networks.
you're gonna fail. Fail. With who? Who are they gonna? There's nobody. Who are they gonna get?
Well, the
Mike Gola
report
Jr. I mean, like
the report last week on FanDuel was that they were going to sign Kay Adams.
the one from Comcast.
Yes.
Oh my god!
You know she's a big star. She's
She's
host.
not, but I know. But you have to understand. Like I know her, so I know her. We used to work. She didn't like me, but I know she is. If she does a show by herself, no one is going to listen to it. She's not a compelling. She's a good television host. That's different. It's different than being on the air for 3 or 4. And I know she did that on NFL Network, right? It's like 4 hours a day. But it was a constantly moving, right? It was almost like she hosted the Today Show, right? Like it wasn't her voice on the show.
The interesting thing about this FanDuel channel, more than like the talents, was that they're apparently going to show like niche sports overnight on it, like live, like pickleball and like, I don't know, Korean football and
I don't
stuff.
think that's a bad idea.
That's for the hardcore gamblers.
Yeah, and like,
Right,
and like
exactly.
try to get people to bet on it while they're showing
I think
it.
that's a good idea, right?
Yeah.
By the way, that's all they should be doing. They shouldn't even have shows.
Yep.
They should just have games, and they should have people commenting like Barstool does in the cave. They should just have people commenting about the game and the gambling during that stuff. Do I need to book this for these people? Who do I need to talk to? Why can't they? Somebody give me $10 million. I'll go do it.
Is that their own actual cable network, or do they just want to do it all digitally?
They owned a horse racing channel called TVG.
I remember
and
that.
according to like the report from Legal Sports Report, which is like a fact-based outlet, they are going to rebrand that into like a FanDuel channel.
Wow.
Okay, that makes sense to me, I suppose.
Yeah, and they got Pat McAfee. That's one. They're gonna
Well,
have.
Pat McAfee's a big star. Like,
They
I
got the
have no-
Ringer
yeah.
because they have a deal with the Ringer, right?
Okay,
Yeah, they have
yeah.
a deal with Simmons.
Is that where Simmons is going to run his Vince McMahon documentary? Now that I haven't seen him tweet about that. What happened there? What happened there, Bill?
I don't know.
But I read that was that Netflix said that they're completely spiking that, right?
You
Yes,
know, they
the
say
documentary,
that,
yes.
but I bet it'll, like, when this all blows over, it'll come out, and then this stuff will be part of it too.
Well, that's fine, but they can't have like an ass kissing Vince McMahon documentary.
Yeah, I
which is
mean,
what it
they-
was going to be. The WWE was producing it with Simmons,
Yes.
so you can't they can't do that now.
Yeah, I mean, not
No,
on
of course-
Netflix, but they're still like, you know, when Stephanie McMahon came out on SmackDown last week, right after she got the co-CEO job, she led the crowd
was
in
here.
a "Thank you, Vince" chant. So it's not,
Which is not gonna age
The
well.
company is not.
Just wait, just wait till Real Sports comes out. Wait till that story comes out.
We'll
'Cause
see.
I've
You know,
heard I've heard that's bad.
when's the last time they actually got somebody?
It's been a while, but I feel like right now I feel like he is dangling. Like I think he's
Well,
getting-
he already left the company.
He's gone,
so what
right.
can he do? Like,
Well,
he's
I mean-
a majority shareholder, and he can decide to sell the company or not.
Well, that's the question, right? That is the ultimate. Can it get taken away from him?
No.
No. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I would think the Post would have like. I feel like it's going to the bigger. Like it's going to the Times. It's going to the Wall Street Journal.
Well,
Yeah,
Wall Street
the
Journal.
Wall
Wall
Street
Street
Journal
Journal's
has
been
led
locked
the
in.
coverage of it.
They clearly have somebody who's that guy clearly has a great information.
If the Post got a scoop, would you be the person to write about it? Like, would they go to you because you write some of the wrestling stories?
I mean, I don't know whether it would go to me or the business section.
Oh, true. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Because
I
like
suppose,
what
right.
it's kind of alternated of like who's been covering this story, me versus the business
What's a
section. And
business story? I mean,
Yeah,
that's why the journal's doing
like
it.
the editors decide which section does it, and then if it's the sports section, then it's presumably me will do
Well,
it.
the last journal story was that McMahon was using company funds to pay off these people. Once you do that, like then you can start looking at like you can go to prison for that. That becomes an SEC issue. You know?
Yeah.
So I
The
mean,
wording on
well,
it
that's
was
what-
a little bit unclear. It
True,
was like
you-
the,
right.
It was like what WWE said in their financial statement was Vince McMahon has paid or will pay all of this money himself, and so it like leads you to infer, if he will pay some of it, that means that he used company funds before.
Right.
But they didn't come right out and say that, so you kind of have to use inductive reasoning.
I
to
also
get
wonder,
there.
like, maybe he just doesn't like. I know he's got a lot of money, but maybe he doesn't have $12 million cash in hand. A lot of it's probably stock and like fluid.
Yeah, it's
and, you know,
most of it is most of his money is tied up in his equity in the company.
has to be. So yeah, I don't know what else.
Or maybe he
going
has real estate that he can sell or something like that.
on? I guess what else going on?
You see all that action with Liv going on yesterday? Boomer Esiason, wasn't he the one on WFAN who was bitching about the commercial?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Boomer
Yeah.
and Gio did.
Yeah.
Did they play it?
And then, no, so they didn't play it, but Boomer kind of went off on Liv again because of 9/11 families. But it's like you work for.
But to be
somebody who
fair
took
though,
their
they were
money.
immediately critical of that
Yeah,
commercial.
but did they go to Odyssey and say we cannot? I will not
I don't
work
know.
for you anymore.
I don't know. Are they still running those commercials?
I haven't heard it or not, but
I
was
don't
thinking
listen to that fan.
I don't know if they're still running.
I
it or
would think
not,
once
but-
you bring up that ad like that publicly, they probably stop running them. I would think. I mean, that's a pretty powerful morning show. I would
Yeah,
think.
Yeah. So this is what he had to say yesterday.
And I'm sick and tired of people saying, I love golf. I do. I play it. I love the PGA Tour. I love the Masters. Love the Opens. Love all of that stuff. I don't have to love this crap. I really don't.
Who says you
And
do?
I can say it like it is. The former president's hosting this garbage over there, and these guys are accepting this money. It's just it's an insult to all the people that died on 9/11 and how their families were affected.
To be clear,
But it's
he
all-
means everybody who died on 9/11 in New York, right? Like not. He doesn't mean like Kansas or something, right?
Correct.
Okay. I just
Your assumption's correct.
Well, I just want to make sure. I don't know. Okay. I mean, I think Boomer sometimes thinks he was like, part of the like fire crew or something, but that's okay. Go ahead.
He was in the city, and he.
I understand.
it's
I like
close to
Boomer.
him.
No, I've
Yeah.
always gone on great with Boomer. I get no problem with Boomer. He thinks I'm nuts, but I like Boomer. So yeah, that's fine. That show's boring enough. But I got that's fine. I don't. What's your issue with that?
No, I guess my thing is one. We should find out if they're still airing those spots for them. But
Well, if they are, he's still being critical of it. He doesn't work in sales. Like, what's he supposed to do?
Yeah,
He's
I
being
guess there's
critical. I give him
nothing-
credit. He's being critical. If they're still running the ad, I give him more credit.
Yeah,
He's
I
being
guess there's-
critical of that.
I guess there's nothing you can do. This is one of the most fucked up. Just like
You got to remember,
overall topics.
salespeople are everywhere. They're just stupid and they just chase the buck. So the salespeople who are making the deal don't even know. They don't even make that connection.
Yeah.
They don't even know the Boomer's talking about that. Probably they're just trying to make sales, especially in radio where they say you can, you're going to do it.
Yeah. I bet EEI's pissed because they probably would have been running ads for the
International one?
The international one, I assume. That's an Odyssey
Well, it's
station.
probably.
as well.
I'm sure
I
they
doubt
will.
he costs the whole Odyssey account. Maybe WFAN.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. And if they pull it, they pull it. I mean, whatever. I mean, that show is making a lot of money for them, I would think. So that's going on today, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's number one in Morning
Yeah.
Drive.
Yeah,
As
in
you
New
know,
York.
that's a big deal.
Of course, yeah. I've done it, as you know, Ryan. Of course, I got kicked out, but still.
It's wild how many more percent of the people in Boston listen to sports talk radio than Chicago. Like
Than anywhere.
in Chicago, the shows like aren't in the top like 20.
No, I know. It's wild. Even so my old station, EI, is struggling by the standard of which we used to do. But by everywhere else, they're doing like 4s and 5s. That's great. But like in Boston, the other station's doing 20s. And I do think part of it now
Is the other station good?
No, but I don't think anything's good. But it's better. But I also think there's a weird, like the numbers have really gone up post-pandemic too, where I feel like the listeners, the numbers, the cume itself is down so much that I feel like you can get outliers like this now because the cume's down so much that I feel like it's almost like shifted more to stuff like that. It's fine. Like if you're looking for sports talk, it's fine, I guess. I've never listened to Boomer and Gio. Like I thought the other guy stunk. The guy who was, selling Hamilton tickets for fucking blowjobs. but it was on the afternoon, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I wish
he's on in the afternoon now, but
And he's
he
doing
was
well,
with
right?
Boomer, yeah, they're number one.
I
And
wish him well.
He's getting a FS1 show.
I know, it's
for the
crazy.
fall, too.
Good for him. No, I get nothing.
Just a
against him.
solo show? He's getting a solo
No,
show?
it'll be with somebody to be announced, but they haven't figured out who it'll be yet.
I'm not going to say anything.
Is he like a nice
I
guy
won't say.
now?
I won't say who they've talked to.
Oh,
do that.
interesting.
No, I
Had
love
some
Craig.
conversation.
Love the Craigers.
Was it somebody who used to host a morning show on Barstool on Sirius? Has he had talks with them?
Oh, is that true? Yeah. Is he kicking around my old friend Willie Colon?
I'm just asking questions.
Oh God, Jesus.
Does that show do? Isn't he on some serious show now?
Is he
He's
still?
He does something. I don't know where.
forgot
It's like
about him.
5 guys. That's where he fits in. Is where there's like 6 guys involved. And he
Did we
gets
wind
to
up
do
getting
it.
along or no?
Yeah, made up in Miami.
Oh, that's right. We buried the hatchet. I like Willie. I like Craig Carton too. I'm kidding around. I like the other guy.
I don't know
too.
if it'll be him, just to be clear. I'm not
Okay.
like saying that it will.
Who was the other guy? Not Craig Carton. Who was the guy who did the other show? He used to be Mike and Mad Dog's producer. Craig.
Mark Malusis.
No, he did it with Maggie. and-
Chris Carlin.
yeah.
Oh, right.
He's at ESPN now.
Is he? He's a nice
Yeah.
guy too. But what was that? A terrible show. And oh my God, when I flip around during the day, sometimes I see Maggie Gray. She's on with that guy used to be on Dan Patrick. That's the worst show I've ever seen in my fucking life.
CBS Sports.
Ever.
Radio,
It's
right?
the worst show ever created ever. Ever. It's like it's taunting me when I see it.
I haven't seen it, but I like them.
What do you like about them?
I don't know.
They talk to you?
He's a sporto.
Sometimes
though.
they like my tweets.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. They talk to you. That's it. That's fine. That's okay. Yeah, they like your tweets sometimes. I'm sure they're very nice people.
It's nice of them.
But the show is dreadful. Who's it? Where's the money in that? I don't understand that.
Well, it's syndicated, isn't it?
Yeah, but who's watching that?
Yeah, I don't know.
10,000 people?
The radio part is probably where they make the most money, I would think.
Really?
Because it's syndicated
Where
across
is
the
it?
I think it's on the CBS.
Is it New
Sports
York?
Network.
I don't believe so. So like the CBS, sports radio, their in a lot of these, like, mid markets.
like
they're not
Tulsa
in
or
the big
something.
ones because the
Right.
big ones, Boston, Chicago, New York, Dallas, or
They have their
whatever, they have their
own,
own shows.
That's how ESPN Radio was successful for so long.
Yeah.
Like secondary markets. If you're in, Topeka or something.
Yeah.
Driving to the airport. Like, that's true. That's true.
SEC and Big Ten towns.
Right, right. What else, Colin?
What'd you make of that Brittany Griner trade deal? Giving back what's that, Lord of War, the Nicolas Cage movie that the movie's like.
Merchant of Death.
It's tough. Like, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. Like,
America hates black female athletes.
that's what the Huffington Post said, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Again,
Well, what if it was like me?
I would.
I don't think like they'd be trading the Merchant of Death for
I would
me.
think probably not. I'd be advocating for it. Don't get me wrong. I would feel bad for Bob and Sue. Although they might be relieved in some way that Bob doesn't have to subsidize your life. He'd be saving some money off it. I would say. Oh, I saw the Huffington Post said that America hates. I don't know. Like if it was Simone Biles or Serena Williams, I think that people would be. I think there's something to the idea that a certain part of America looks at Brittany Griner different than they would look at Simone Biles.
I don't know about that.
She's softer. She's more like you don't see Brittany Griner in a lot of commercials, right? She's a very accomplished athlete.
You're going to after this.
Maybe. Well,
you definitely
well,
will. Yeah.
well, if she gets here. But you know what I'm saying? But before that, she's a very accomplished athlete, right? Like when I was younger.
She's a multiple time scoring champ. She won in the NCAAs. She won in the WNBA.
But when I
She's
was-
an
you
all-star.
saw-
When I was younger as a kid, two best female tennis players in the world by a mile. When I was a kid were Martina Navratilova and Chris Evert.
Yes,
Who do you think was in a lot more commercials?
Everett.
Of course. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. You tell me.
I know why, because they thought that, Chris Evert was the girl next door, right? And Martina back then was considered like masculine and all this bullshit stuff. But like, I think that's the same way with like, say, a Simone Biles now or a, I'm forgetting her name. Allie Raceman or whoever.
Yep.
Versus a Brittany Griner. I think advertisers are, and I think they're not wrong in that some Americans look at Brittany Griner and see sort of a big, scary person. Where Simone Biles, if she was in prison right now, people would be like, "Oh my God, we have to rescue this poor girl."
You just think she-
there
you're
is
just
that
saying
people
because she
are
looks
being like,
tougher.
we need to rescue her. Like it's
Brittany
been-
Griner?
Yeah, it's
Oh, I
been
agree.
browbeaten,
I agree, but-
between the ESPYs and.
But I think it would be much stronger, like worldwide, if it was somebody like that, like a Simone Biles. So I think America wants to like give a hug to. You don't agree with that? No.
I agree.
It's just based off how she looks. Like she just looks tough. Is your argument?
Yeah, I think there's sort of that.
Because Lisa Leslie was all over the place for years.
She was, but she was. I think
She
but I
kinda
think-
has a
But
home
I think
next-
America also thought that she was more attractive than Brittany Griner.
Okay.
Like that. I mean, that's. But I mean, like what's her face? The tennis player who never won. The girl. 20 years ago, she's married to. Did she marry like Julio Iglesias' kid or something?
I don't know.
What's her-
Oh, Anna Kournikova.
Anna Kournikova.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
She never. Who's more accomplished in her sport, Brittany Griner or Anna Kournikova?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's why did Anna Kournikova have a million commercials? Why do you think?
That
Who's the golfer who stinks at golf? But what?
Paige Spiranac.
Yeah. What are we doing? Right. I mean, this is the way the world works.
Yep.
But a long way of saying, do I think that would I trade a Russian arms dealer for Brittany Griner right now? It's a tough call. I mean,
On my show with Ethan, we were like doing like a first take debate about it. 'Cause, like the
Which
way
side were
they,
you on?
No, it was just like we were making fun of like how first take would talk. It's like, okay, you got to compare resumes. The
Right.
Merchant of Death sold arms to the Taliban. Brittany
Right.
Griner, 8-time All-Star.
Well, does this guy go back? Is the U.S. gotten in his head now? Is he going to be a double agent? Like, what's going to work? He's going to go back and
Well, they haven't like that. Russia hasn't accepted this trade. The reason that the U.S. leaked the trade talks is they want to show we're doing everything we can, but Russia's just not agreeing to this deal yet.
Is there any part of you that
Sounds like an unbelievable deal for Russia, if you're asking me.
Yeah,
Sure.
they're Danny Ainge.
Why not? I mean, if you bring this guy back and he's yeah. Do you agree with me on any part? A couple weeks ago, I said, well, I feel very bad for her, and I hope she gets her freedom, and I'm the first person I'll be applauding her freedom. When you sign to play in a league like that, there is some responsibility. If you're going to basically get paid by Putin to go play in this league, there are repercussions to doing that sometimes. It's cruel. It's too far. It's crazy what's happening.
And they
to her.
should get paid more here. Like I know the
No, they
WNBA
shouldn't. No,
doesn't
they
have
shouldn't.
big.
There's no revenue. Why should they get paid?
Well, I think that they're poor at generating revenue. Like the NWSL.
Okay, they're poor, so they should pay her more because they're poor at
No,
generating revenue?
they need to be better at marketing. Like the NWSL,
What is
Women's
that?
Soccer League, like they just sold a stake in a team yesterday, like that's worth like $40 million. The New York team is worth 40 million. When the New York Liberty sold like 3 years ago, it was like under 15 million.
For the WNBA team?
Yeah.
Wow, Jesus.
And so, like the NWSL, they sold this New York women's soccer team sold a crypto ad for like $1 million a year, which is the entire WNBA team salary cap that they just sold in one ad one time. So like they have like sharper people working for them.
There's
and
also there is a
than the
limit. There is a
WNBA does.
ceiling to WNBA though. I mean, there's a market to it. Like I will never watch it.
But they could be doing a better job with the like branding and marketing so that Brittany Griner doesn't have to go play in Russia. But to your point before,
What's that, Justin?
She's making $250,000 from the WNBA, so it's not like she was like making like $32,000.
Well, how much more was she making in Russia?
she's making like $1 million a year in Russia.
Jesus
$1
Christ.
million, 1.5. So
Think she'll go back next year or no? If she gets out,
I think that gravy train has come to a
that hurts the
halt.
team too. Jesus, they're fucked over. There's a season right now or no?
Well, yeah, her team in the WNBA is like really struggled.
Oh,
this year.
WNBA is right now.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, does anybody even know that? Did you know the WNBA was right now, Justin?
Certainly no.
I did, because there was talk of like making the NBA Summer League coincide with the WNBA finals.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! What a weekend that would be.
I think it's the All-Star game, but yeah.
That's
So to your point about like when you have a responsibility to deal with this going over in Russia, it's like the rules changed for her. There was the women who played over there, the stars, were really like feted, and they were treated as like above the law. They were paid way more than money they could plausibly generate. So
Sure,
they were
but you're
just
still
treated,
going to a country where a lunatic is running it though.
yeah.
And it is. I mean, it is Russia. Like you. I mean, I'm not saying that she should be in prison. Of course not. It's crazy, and I hope she gets out tomorrow. But I do wonder then. So now we're trading her for this crazy. It's just I don't know.
Yeah, this guy. I mean, he's
not even that
totally
old,
amoral.
right?
No,
He's like in his 50s,
He's in his
right?
prime. He's got some good years
he's
left
got
to
good
deal.
years,
Yeah,
definitely.
I mean, so
And like, yeah, what if he is a huge component in like helping Russia finalize and win this war too? Like, if he's the Michael Jordan of arms dealers,
That's what I'm
you'd
saying.
think that he would be useful to them.
yeah, yes. I know. I'd rather have him take a gun and shoot me than me watch a WNBA game. That I can guarantee you. What else?
That Joan Vanaki column you asked for yesterday.
Oh,
she
yeah.
didn't really have anything great in there.
No, not really.
I saw a
It
lot
was
of people
scam.
kind of talking about it, but she didn't have anything.
By the way, I didn't have a problem with it. Like Ortiz can wear whatever hat he wants. It's just the hypocrisy. I give her credit. I guess she wrote it. I suppose. I don't know. Who cares? What else?
Did you listen to that clip too? By the way, the Markel the Gazelle thing.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it
sent
next
you.
week. Is that on the CBS Sunday morning
So
show?
that's what. Yeah, we got tagged in a tweet today that I thought was just like an evergreen social media video, and then I looked it up. They did 8 minutes on it on the CBS morning show.
So that'll be this
yesterday.
weekend.
No, I actually think it aired yesterday already.
They have a long morning. Oh, I thought it was like that weekend show. That they
No,
do.
I think it aired yesterday morning. Oh, yeah, 8 minutes on the guy.
I listened like a minute or two, but I didn't listen to too much of it.
Yeah.
What else?
Did you see Hilaria Baldwin complaining that
No,
all the
she's
shit
back?
her husband takes on
What's
she
going
did it
on?
on Instagram?
What's
though.
going on with that, by the way? Like, is there a civil suit? Has anything been filed? I feel like that's got very. As always, these stories go quiet.
They go quiet when they're negotiating.
The legal stuff is
settlements.
going on. Yeah. There must be something behind the scenes. Crazy story going on.
I would assume
guess.
so, and they're going after everybody individually as well.
Well, that's
right?
how you do
Like
it,
that
right?
Arms, the girl who was like the arms trainer on
Yeah,
set.
yeah.
and
Well,
shit like
yeah.
that.
What is Ilaria saying?
Ilaria is saying that she basically did this whole apologetic Instagram thing about like how Alec Baldwin's enemies are trying to take him down when he's done nothing wrong and all this stuff. He's just tried to help the world.
Does she have
Like,
her
she's
accent back
crying.
or no?
This was not audio wise. It was on Instagram.
Oh,
Unfortunately, yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, she was just publishing.
I feel like Baldwin for him has been pretty disciplined during this. I know he's had some moments earlier, but I haven't heard much from him in months.
yeah, I don't even know. Has he stuck to his podcast? I think he did like 1 or 2 episodes that we
I check
saw.
every once in a while, and they have like a replay of like an old one or
An
something.
old one. Okay.
Yeah. Which, I mean, imagine if we did that, how much we'd get skewered. If I was just like, oh, these fans can be nuts. If I was like, oh, you know what? Next 6 months, here's a best of mine from like April 2021. The conversation with me,
And run new ads.
Oh,
and
yeah,
make
they would
money
lose their
off it. Yeah.
fucking minds. They would
know.
lose their minds. I wouldn't blame them either. I'd lose my mind.
I know.
I hate when podcasts do that. I see so many podcasts that I like. I'll listen to a couple and I'll check in a year or two later and they're just gone. It's hard. I understand.
It's a hard grind.
It's not. You don't have to tell me. 3 days a week. 2 hours. It's brutal.
Back-to-back shows at the Wilbur. I mean, come on.
That's no big deal. What else?
Did you see Stevie Van Zandt making another? He's always gotten involved in politics.
Yeah.
He was trashing Dr. Oz a little bit.
So Dr. Oz is going to lose.
Yes.
He's down
it
11 or
seems
12 points, right? You okay with that? I know you're a Dr. Oz guy.
I am. He's fresh off Oprah show and all that stuff. That's history.
Fresh off Oprah
Well, you
show?
know what I mean. He's like a product of Oprah. That's big deal.
So it seems like these guys.
Ryan too. Oh, Chicago ties with Oprah right there.
That's true. We'll get to ties because Oprah's. What the hell are you ties?
Yeah, I see her at Arturo's Tacos.
You guys hang out a lot? Yeah. She was on your flight on Southwest?
Her studio was Chicago, wasn't it?
Yeah, she's from Chicago. Yeah, her base was Chicago.
Yeah, she's basically the mayor of Chicago. She's fucking.
Does he know William Perry? Like, what else do
If
you
you were
want?
going to say who's the
Scottie
most famous
Pippen?
person in Chicago, everyone would say Oprah.
Michael Jordan.
Obama.
Yeah, that's some good names you just rattled off.
We did the Chicago Mount Rushmore once.
Yeah.
We left Jordan off it.
Oh, really?
We're going to leave Ryan off it for now.
Okay.
I'm going to say Jordan.
Leave some space, though. I have
Yeah,
time.
there's time. Jordan, Oprah, President Obama, and Walter Payton.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
No, am I missing somebody?
Kanye. I put Kanye on.
No, certainly not. Certainly not. I don't know anything about him. I've never heard. I don't know any of his
Well, he's
songs.
one of the most famous people.
I know that, but I'm saying me. I'm saying me.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
not saying
you're
you.
What's the guy's name who like directed like Ghostbusters and he was an animal? He like
Ivan Reitman?
Yeah, no, the not him, the other one.
Harold Ramis?
Yeah, Harold Ramis. There was a New Yorker profile of him where they asked
That
him
super
why
long one years
yeah,
ago? It's a great
they
story.
asked him why he'd rather live in Chicago than L.A. And he goes like, in L.A., Steven Spielberg can come in and all of a sudden I'm not like a big deal at dinner. In Chicago, it's Michael Jordan and then me.
That's true. Oh, you know what would be my second? Cisco and Ebert.
Mike Ditka.
Yep. I put Cisco and Ebert above Mike Dick on my list.
Okay.
I love those guys.
Yeah,
Chicago's got a good crew.
they do.
That's not a bad crew.
Big Cat is,
Well,
wrapped
not
around-
A lot of
really.
questions. It's a lot of questions.
He's on the Newton, Massachusetts Mount Rushmore. He's, it's fake news.
Oh boy.
Although we had a nice text exchange last night. I congratulate him on his golf endeavors.
Hell of a score.
That's incredible.
Yeah, hell of a score.
I told him I think he's talking. He has talked to Greg Norman in the last 3 days.
It wouldn't shock me
I'll just leave it at
whatsoever.
that. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's going or not going.
There are worse golfers on that tour than Big Cat.
Some of these guys are really bad.
Yeah.
Really bad.
I saw a tweet of who's that CBS reporter that I hate who usually attacks Liv and says that he's spent a lot of time with
How the
people.
hell do I know?
This guy's spent a lot of time with people that live behind the scenes, and they're kind of make or break the team aspect of Liv, which I think is absurd.
Nobody cares
But
about
that's what
that.
they're
Yeah.
like. That's what
Nobody
they're.
gives a shit. I love golf. You know that more than anybody. Nobody gives a shit about. Nobody cares about the tournaments. Nobody cares about anything. I care about
For
the
now.
gossip. No, nobody's ever going to care.
You know, like so.
What's the Masters of Live? What's the U.S. Open? What's the PGA? What's the British Open? Where's the history? Where's
It's
the
a
Ryder
fucking-
Cup?
It's a startup. It's
I know,
literally-
Dave, but 7
this is
years
their
from now, when
third
it's-
event this weekend.
golf. They just had the 150th Open Championship.
Yeah. No,
Well, tell me, 150 years from now, there'll be some Live. Sure, okay.
Yeah.
What are they going to do?
PGA Tour players are making more today than they did last year
Because of Liv.
this.
Oh, there's no question
in
about
their
that.
First year of
No
business
question
before
about
their
that.
third tournament teed off.
Absolutely. No,
That's
that
crazy.
No doubt. No doubt. But that's a different conversation.
Yeah, I just thought the
By the
team
way,
aspect.
and when I watch on TV at this point now, I don't care about the money. When I was a kid and the Skins game was on, I care because those golfers were making more on a hole than they made in the whole year.
Yeah.
I don't care if Brendan Grace makes $7 million over at Liv. What do I care?
The
For
last
what?
interesting thing about Liv is whether the Masters is going to let these players
They are not
play
going.
or
The
not.
Masters will not let them play.
That's gonna be interesting.
I can tell you for a fact that's not going to happen. The other majors, yes, the Masters will not let them play. Guaranteed. Write it down. Report it if you like. Guaranteed that's not going to happen. No chance. I had another Liv thought. What was it? Oh, Barkley. So he played in the Pro-Am, right?
Yep.
And he said that he won't go.
He
He's
left.
out.
He left 18 without he told reporters he doesn't have anything. He doesn't know anything yet.
Yeah, he's not going.
It was just reported by.
That he's out of TOT?
No, not that he's out of T. No, that he's out on Live.
Yeah, he's not
He's
gonna
staying
do
at
it.
TT.
He's too smart to do that. That's
Marchand had that on Monday
Yes.
in the
Oh, he's
premium
definitely
section
staying?
of the sports. Well, he said Barkley had 3 years remaining left on his TNT deal, so he would have had to do both. Like he said, it was highly unlikely that he would leave TNT for Live. So it
No
was either he
chance,
would
right?
get like a big new deal at TNT or do both of them together,
Yeah.
but he wasn't going to leave.
Yeah, that's a Marchand tweet right there.
There you go.
That he ends the discussion.
There you go.
Yeah, that'd be stupid. They don't have a TV deal, and
No,
even if
he
they
doesn't.
did, what is he gonna? It's not gonna.
It's just bad brand for him, yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't understand. I thought the team aspect of it was the gimmick of Liv, and I actually thought it was a joke the entire time. To hear somebody in the golf reporting world say that they're banking on their future
Well,
as the team
they think they
aspect.
can sell those teams. That's what that was their idea. I read that they could sell let's say Hideki Matsuyama goes, which is going to happen, right?
Yeah.
That they were going to, and honestly, he's the biggest name they can get. It sounds silly because of the
Global,
Asian
yeah.
market. He's
Yeah.
he's He's other than Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
If you pair him with 3 other players in that market, their argument is they can go sell that.
That's interesting.
But like you're selling, like 7 or 8 million people will watch the watch the golf tournament this weekend. It's not a big one, the one in Detroit. You can just sell 110,000 views on YouTube.
But 5 years from now,
but where's it going to be on TV?
yeah,
I know the TV's not everything, but where's it going to be on? Is it going to be on Hulu? Like, where's it going to be?
yeah.
Who's going to get business with these guys?
That's an interesting, lofty concept. Like
I read that they were talking about $1 billion to sell these teams. This is how crazy they are.
I had no idea that.
I don't think that they really have. I don't think that they care about making their money back from Live. It's like part
play
of
thing,
a
right?
whole. It's a play thing, and it's just part of this whole like 3D chess of trying to be big players.
It's like
in
their
the whole business
WWE
world.
thing.
Yeah, they're in with WWE. I mean, they own a bunch of like Uber. Not that like you've used that.
I know they do. Yes, yeah,
And
yeah,
like
right.
Twitter and like
Right.
a lot of companies. So
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but
it's
think
really
about how
just
cool that would be. Cool if you're rooting for a golf team. If that became normalized, that's
I
a pretty
wouldn't. I don't care
entrepreneurial
about
move.
4 guys playing and
There's
adding
a-
up their
right now
scores.
you
and
don't. Right now
I've
you
never
don't.
cared about the team other than the Ryder Cup, which is different.
You care about the New York Yankees. You care about
but
them
that's
as a
different.
team.
They're an actual team.
This is like you're creating
4 guys
new
playing a
aspect.
3-round tournament in
Right
the
now,
international doesn't
right-
matter to anybody.
right
Nobody.
now, it's
there
a-
are no stakes. What are the stakes?
This is crazy talk. This is year
What
one.
are the stakes? What are the stakes?
Eventually, it will be as a team to win a world title at Live. Eventually.
Does that feel like a stake at all to you?
I mean,
Why is it in basketball and hockey?
Because
and
they're
baseball?
a team. There's history.
They're trying to make these into
When
teams.
has golf teams ever mattered?
You don't think that's a decent little bet?
No.
If you have an unlimited amount of money,
Zero
and
chance.
a sport has no team aspect.
If you
in
have
it,
an unlimited amount of money, it doesn't matter because they can just spend it. But nobody will ever be into that. This thing will be gone in 5 years anyway. Or they're going to find a different play thing, these guys. Eventually, they're going to be like, oh, geez, why don't we pay, Giannis, why don't we pay him $400 million a year to start a basketball league? They'll just do that. Their money never ends. I mean, it literally is endless. So they'll just do
it
that.
does seem to be, at least now.
Yeah, I mean, well, think of what they control. Like, it's never going to stop. So I'm surprised they haven't, said to...
we get behind USA in the Ryder Cup. That's a team, and I understand
But
country.
that's
I get
different,
it, but
Dave. It's just different. It's different. There's history. There's stakes. It's match play. It's different than 4 guys going to play. You add up their scores, which is what they do now. Who gives a fuck?
I think-
Where's the drama in that?
I don't think it's the worst idea in the world. 5
the
years
worst
from
idea
now,
in the
I
world.
wouldn't be shocked if we thought it was cool. Let's put it that way.
I will not. It's just I don't like that. I don't like it. But whatever. I'll watch it for 20 minutes this weekend. When's the international tournament?
I believe it's Labor Day. Yeah.
Have you booked that
They
yet
have
for
not
us?
gotten back to us, which is wild to me.
Really?
They have not gotten back to how. Yeah, I want to broadcast from there.
Tell them that I would just say this. Say to them, like, we're open to having a 9/11 discussion. We're willing to hear both sides. Okay. And then maybe they'll give us a nice spot we can play a practice round.
Get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, like, I don't know. How does steel melt? I'm like Rosie O'Donnell, right? Just say that, Just throw that out there with these idiots.
There you go.
Jesus
Is it the
Christ.
same? It's a little weird. Like, is it the same people in charge of Saudi Arabia? Like, the crown prince is pretty young, so it's like
seen him
weird to hold him accountable for 9/11. It's like holding like the next president
I think
accountable for like Afghanistan. Or
Well, I think some of the human rights stuff is also. I mean, I know that you're pro Saudi Arabia. I understand that. That's a New York Post decision. That's fine. That's a Murdoch thing. That's not where I am. But I think their human rights history and some of the ways they've towards some of the what's the parties, I would say, females.
Homosexuals.
Is that a word? Can you say that word now or no?
Yes.
Okay. That community, I don't think has been great. We certainly know about the journalism, journalists. They just beheaded a bunch of people a while ago. Probably not great.
They treat wrestlers really well, though.
Well, actually, they don't sometimes. They left them on the airplane for like 20 hours a couple of times ago.
Yeah,
Remember that?
they had some type of contract dispute. With
They just
between
left them on the
Crown Prince and
plane.
Prince.
Like, yeah, we'll fucking kill you unless you. It's crazy. But they do let the women wrestle now. Of course, they're like covered from head to toe, but they do let them do that.
Are they still
so-
covered, or can they wear just their normal stuff now?
Well, I don't
It's
think.
mostly covered.
I don't think
yeah.
they're rocking out like Sable did in 1998 with the handprints. I don't think.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. Are they still doing that? Does that contract still exist?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's an interesting one about the new world. Will they remove themselves from that? The new WWE world. Will they be like,
I would bet no.
It's the same family, right?
They don't care.
It's a lot of money.
It's crazy money, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's why they're doing it. It's a business arrangement.
Right.
Are you and Harry gonna go to Banners with Jared Carabas and Jay Stu?
I think it's. I'll tell you, Harry. As Carabas gets older and he gets more interested in wrestling, we know Carabas is a great friend of ours as a child. Harry Minihane, as he gets older, becomes less interested in wrestling. So, like, we'll watch SummerSlam, I think, this weekend, which is actually on Saturday, I think, not Sunday.
Yeah.
We'll watch something. I don't think we'll be driving into Boston to Banners to hang out with Jared and watch the wrestling.
No, you don't want to do a watch along.
I don't. Are you going, Justin?
No.
Wait, is there an event on Saturday to watch?
Yeah. Oh, you could go. You're going to be in
I'll
town,
go.
right?
Text
I'll
your
go.
friend.
Go see Jared.
Yeah, don't act like you don't know about it. You know you're with your friends.
Chance for you to get to meet him for the first time and talk to him for the first time. Yes.
The first time I ever spoke to him was
When he told you he was leaving Barstool to go to DraftKings. Yeah.
Dave told me that.
Yes. So you're going to go to the Banners, which is by the Garden.
Okay.
That's right. Is that the big
It's attached to the Garden. Yep.
with all those huge screens, right?
Yeah, right
big
across from the Legacy place.
Used to
Yep.
be there all the time.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
I texted Dave something the other day about live shows or something. I was like, I'm basically trying to get you guys more money, essentially. And Dave's like, don't even worry about it. He's like, I produced Jerry's podcast last year. He's like, you know how happy I am to be doing this?
Can't lose.
Yeah, it was very nice of you to say.
I knew that hit.
That was nice.
happy.
You
Yeah, thanks
scratched
for
me in the right
saying
spot.
that. Yeah.
What else going? What's going with you, Justin? We'll talk about our stuff on Monday. We'll figure out the Justin thing on Monday.
Well, we got to figure it out because we got to plan for that. With shoppers, I got to tell them what to make and all that stuff, like food and everything.
Food.
I mean,
Yeah.
Make.
Don't you have any
not,
like you want chili? You
Have
want?
that on the
not
menu.
anything.
Yeah.
crazy. I mean, you can go there and like.
I think he
order
wants to
food.
hook it all up. Like I think he wants to have.
He needs more than 2 days for that?
Probably not, but we're just.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I think
What
he
are you
cares. He
talking-
wants to do right by the show. That's
I think
all.
he will. So
Yeah.
that's Wednesday night, right?
Yeah, and he's
Wednesday
got a
night, 6
patio.
6 p.m.
He's got a patio outside that he said would be a good spot for people to meet, and the car can pull up right there.
Okay.
So you can have a nice little.
I'm worried about this becoming one of those radio stunts like the thing that Entercom did where that person drank all the water and they died.
Somebody dies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't want anybody. I don't mind if somebody dies, but I don't want to be held.
waiver. We should drop a waiver.
Fine. Yeah. I just don't want to be held legally for it. If they die, fine, but I can't worry about that.
No, that's good for the show as long as they sign.
That was
Right.
hold your pee, win a wee.
Yeah, hold
This
your
could
wee
be
for a wee.
Stay.
Fucking radio is unbelievable.
This could be what? Stay in a shit box.
They don't do any bets on ESPN radio anymore. Like, Mike and Mike used to have all those bets with each other.
I'm not
up and
familiar
down
with
the
this.
top.
What do you mean? Like bets like who's gonna win the World Series? Or
No,
something?
no. It was like I don't even remember what the bits were. Like my brain is scrambled right now. But they would it would be like, can Golick eat 30 cheeseburgers
like
or
wacky.
something?
You guys legally they stopped doing that?
No. They just stopped doing anything other than talking about the games and trades between the breaks.
What are they? Who's on the morning there now?
It's Keyshawn Johnson, Jay Williams, and Max Kellerman.
Oh my God!
Rough.
Nobody listens to that, right?
Max Kellerman is on Morning Drive on ESPN.
Yeah.
Oh, he's the worst.
Oh Jesus Christ! What's their day? So who's does ESPN Radio have a full day of broadcasting?
Yeah.
Because again, like where we are in Boston, it's different in other parts of the country. When I say ESPN Radio literally did zeros, they do zeros. Like nobody listens to it. I don't even know if it's on in Boston.
I don't know if they still have it on.
Like who's on the
50.
midday? That's where Laboratory used to be, right?
They've got.
Is that what
they
Laboratory
have a
used to be?
show. I don't know the exact
Bart and
order
Hahn.
because they've changed
Who?
it a lot.
Bart and Hahn?
Bart,
Who's Hahn?
Scott, and Alan Hahn.
Who the fuck is Alan Hahn? Who?
He's an old New York sports writer.
Who are these people?
Show
I know
some
Bart.
respect.
But, Jesus,
Is,
I apologize.
is Greeny a separate show?
Yeah.
Is that just for radio?
Yeah, Greeny. has
that
his own
cannot be
radio
worth
show.
his
Oh my
time.
God! What is he
He almost,
doing?
he
You can't,
almost never is on it though.
you can't kill him, man. He's unbelievable.
Oh, they're doing the thing where they use his name and he's barely on it, every day.
Yeah,
I hate
he's
that.
rarely
I hate
on
it.
it.
and what's their afternoon drive time show?
Canty and Carlin. So is that the Carlin guy?
Oh, it's Chris
Yeah.
Carlin.
Chris Carlin,
Who's
yeah.
Canty?
Chris Canty? You think he's an old giant?
That's a national show.
Sarah Spain and Fitz.
Oh my God! This is unbelievable.
Yeah, this is rough.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Oh, dreadful. Bomani used to be on the afternoons, right?
I believe he had an ESPN radio show. Yeah. Yeah. Now, is he still doing his HBO thing?
Yeah,
think so.
they renewed
didn't
it for a second
They
season.
didn't cancel that yet?
No, they don't care about viewers.
How was your relationship with that other guy at Outkick, Bobby Burek, who's just absolutely
great. He's
obsessed
great.
with the same
Jerry
story
love-
over
Jerry
and over
loves
and
him.
over.
I
like
you
his
know,
stories,
I helped get him the job at the Big Lead because he was obsessed with sports media and he reached out and then I wound up helping him get a job. I'm pretty close with him. I talk to him a lot.
I like his stories. I just think he beats the same drum over and over right now. Maybe it's just because there's nothing to write about.
He's going to be extremely successful. He's only like 25 years old.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He needs to find a treadmill.
What?
Are you talking about Clay Travis or him?
No, but he looks like a bit of a blimp, that kid, right?
No,
Bobby
he's
Burrow?
not.
I don't
He's
remember.
not.
No.
I think it's somebody else.
Is Ryan fatter than him?
Yeah, I'm fatter than him.
You are?
Yeah, he's fatter than him. I don't even know what I'm talking about. Was he on with Jerry once or something?
Yeah, we had him on a couple times.
How was
actually,
he?
Yeah.
Oh, he seems like a good kid.
Yeah, he was decent.
Good for
He
him.
was
Keep it
decent.
up.
Better guess Ryan, but obviously that's.
Well, Jesus, I mean, really. Well, you talk about blobs. How about this blob Shattuck? What, I mean, it's just attacking you,
It's tough, yeah.
attacking your asthma.
Yeah, which is a shame.
What's he doing?
I don't like it. I don't like what I see from him.
Suggestions on something in, what was that picture I saw of you, him, and that?
VB?
Yeah. what
I
was-
don't know what he's saying. I looked amazing again. Like my hair was on point. So
Right.
there's nothing. I'm not.
Does VB
ashamed
continue to
of
move
anything.
further away from a major market? Where is he now? Is he in Saskatchewan doing,
I have
doing
no
overnight
idea.
radio now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Most annoying person in the history of the world. It's perfect for Shattuck.
Nice guy, but you're right. He's a character.
Nice. He's a nice guy. Who Shattuck?
Shattuck is a nice guy. He's just annoying a lot.
Yeah, he stinks.
Yeah,
He stinks.
We're happy,
Well, it was
happy
going-
he got abused. Yeah.
Can we get him in here at some point? Or he's too busy doing his show, right? He's an Odyssey guy.
Yeah, and he's too scared of Odyssey. There, he doesn't want.
He's a
anything
pussy,
to do
right?
With you.
So if we offer him to come and studio, he will not do it.
oh, he would never do it.
No chance.
Never. No.
What's that?
He'll only do
sad.
Twitter. Yeah, he'll only do Twitter.
I would say that Justin weighs less than Shattuck.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah. We wouldn't even allow Shattuck to enter that contest. Not
No.
even a chance.
Shattuck's dangerously unhealthy.
It's
I'm
sad.
concerned,
I know.
honestly.
I know.
What else?
Nothing too exciting. Did you read that book about Weinstein yet or no? I was thinking about getting
the
that.
Ken Auletta book. Yeah, I'll give it to you
Yeah.
if I'm done. I have like 20 pages left.
Okay.
It's pretty good. He's a good writer. I've read him a lot over the years. It's a good book.
Yeah, I want to read that. So, yeah.
My takeaway from the book, I'll say it, Harvey Weinstein, not a great guy.
Man,
Not a great guy. I mean,
People
I'm
have
not afraid
said
to say it. A lot of people are afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it.
Yeah, people have said that.
It is
that's
wild.
why
though-
you're bold. That's
Thank
why you
you.
have all this freedom.
Exactly. See, this is why I came. This is why it brought me over here. It is crazy though. Like I remember, I talked about what happened initially too, but actresses that were good, like Mira Sorvino, and people like that. Jesus Christ, Ashley Judd, were stars and they went away. You're kind of like, I remember even thinking like, what happened to these people? And now you know, like, literally, like Weinstein tried to fuck him.
Yep.
They told him to pound sand, and he just badmouthed them and blacklisted them from Hollywood and ruined their fucking careers.
Yep.
Now, obviously, he did a lot worse things than that, the career part to other people. But it's incredible.
Yeah,
And
and then you get to read into like media companies that helped protect him.
there was a lot of
obviously.
that. And there were a lot of people. I mean, look, like Tarantino says that. There are a lot of people who... I remember fighting with Jerry, my old partner, when this stuff first happened. And Jerry was like, Matt Damon, a guy like Matt Damon and Meryl Streep must have known everything. And I don't believe that Meryl Streep, because she worked with him on a movie where he was the executive producer, knew that he was raping women. But they knew it was a joke in Hollywood for years. Like,
They probably knew he was sleeping with younger women.
and he was just a
cheating
creep.
on his.
Yeah, he's just a creep.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what her response. I can't figure that out yet. But
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the Obama's daughter interned with him.
she
like,
worked there, yeah. But I bet you he treated her a hell of a lot different than he treated some girl who wasn't the president's daughter, right?
I'd imagine so.
yeah,
yes.
that's so. But he's smart like that. He was selective like that and predatory. And no, it's a good book. I'd give it. I'll give it a B.
A B.
I'll give it a B.
I like that he like fact
What
checked.
what book is an A?
I've read this year. Well,
No,
Charles.
just
Oh,
any
my.
book.
You did say something was the
Well, I'll
best.
tell you, it was an A-. I think I gave an A- this year to Chris Herring's book about the Knicks,
Oh, nice.
which was excellent. We had him on the. I had him on my podcast.
That's turning into like a Spike Lee
Lee's doing.
produced series.
Yeah, it was on Obama's list
Yeah.
of, which probably helps.
Yeah, I remember.
I've been. Chris lives in Chicago. I've like tried to meet up with him. We haven't.
I can give you his number if you want. I booked him.
He mentioned to
actually.
me in the interview randomly. We had met. He said he did not want to meet with you. He just, it's the last thing he said. I was like, "Who is this person?" He's like, "Just keep him away from me." So I don't know. But the book is. Did you read the book?
I haven't read.
Oh,
it
it's
yet.
great. It's great. It's very good. It's very good. That's the best book ever. That and Charles Elton's book on Michael Cimino, which I read, which downloads for that set a record right there.
Yes.
Yes, because I fought COVID while I interviewed him. We had 7 months after the book came out.
Yep.
I want to know when that other Mickelson book's coming out, the gambling one.
Who's writing that one?
The
Oh,
Gambler.
what's his name is right.
Porter, right? Is that his name?
Oh, is it Porter?
No.
What's the gambler's name? Jesus Christ.
Billy Walters.
Billy Walters, yeah, Billy Walters. When is that coming out?
To be determined.
Okay, so it's not a hard date for that.
No.
That I've heard from people in the golf world is
Whoever his
wildest
publicist
book
is, I hope they find me.
we can make that happen. We had Shipnuck on. Did you talk to him?
No, I
His
haven't
book
talked
was
to him.
very good. It was good. It was I think I gave that a B as well.
Yeah.
The 100 book pace right now for this year, I'm like my pace right now is like 94.
How do you have the time for that?
I'm a genius. I can read. I can read all day. I read. You have to read to stay. I don't think you read enough books. Did you read Daniel Okrent's great book, 9 Innings, about the Milwaukee Brewers?
No.
What are you talking about? That's a great baseball book. Did Bob read it?
I don't know.
He fucking better have. I read it as a kid. You should read that.
Okay.
It's essentially he follows them around for a game, the Brewers in the early 80s, but it's about the organization. It's about baseball at the time. Read it. It's great.
Okay, I will.
High recommendation for me on that one. Do you read any books or no?
I do read books.
What's the last good book you read?
The last good book I read? I reread Boss by Mike Royko, which is like the book about the Chicago mayor,
yep.
Richard Daley.
Yep.
Great
writer.
This guy, Walter Kern, who wrote Up in the Air. I wrote this book.
He didn't write the book. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
You said I wrote this book. He didn't he have some brain? Oh, he wrote the book about the not the more. Go ahead.
I read a book that about like his like time at like Princeton and how it's just something about the meritocracy or something.
It's pretty good.
It's really
he wrote
good
a true
book,
crime book, I think, too. That
yeah,
I read.
Blood Will Out, about like this like guy.
Yes, I
who
read that.
Claimed to be like a Rockefeller.
I like that book. He's a good writer.
Yeah, I like him. I'm going through his stuff. I started with the meritocracy book.
He's a good writer. Are you
Lost in the Meritocracy?
Are you working on the book?
I'm not.
Why not?
Because I have a 1 and a 3-year-old.
So what? Yeah, I guess that's.
And
difficult.
it's like
Doesn't stop you from fucking flying here to go watch baseball games while
Go
you're
to breakfast randomly.
while you're what's your significant other's name?
Carla. Carla.
Carla. Well, Carla is dealing with these kids
Yeah.
while you're sitting there watching guys hit a ball.
What
do you think of that, Dave?
I would never.
on the ledger. It's my turn.
Are you the breadwinner in the family?
We both are.
What does Carla do?
She's a nurse.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
She works in like the call center of like a big hospital system in like their non-emergency like phone lines.
Okay. Oh, okay. All
But
right.
she's done like all types of like nursing jobs, but this is the one.
A tough few years, I would think.
Yeah, it's been brutal.
Yeah.
But this is like the
What
job.
are you laughing at, Justin?
People are saying Ryan looks like Blind Mike, and someone just tweeted out.
He does kind of.
Someone just tweeted out I'll retweet it from the show account. A
picture.
So Blind Mike is the guy who comes is in.
Yes.
You do look a little. You look like Blind Mike if you could see, but he's not as big as Mike.
No, and someone.
It's also the chair.
I also can't figure out if Ryan doesn't. I think Ryan doesn't like us either.
No, I think
not
Ryan likes us.
I like him. I don't know.
I like being here.
You're comfortable?
Yeah.
Matt and Shane's.
What's that? Did somebody tweet? You just tweet it out?
I just retweeted it from the show account.
I tell Ryan look at it, but of course he has no telephone.
I could pull up my computer.
Don't be
and
that
like,
guy.
What's the
Don't-
Wi-Fi
don't-
password?
Well, we don't have that.
Yeah, we don't need to. Yeah.
Let me see this. What is the feedback on Ryan? I bet you it's gonna be divisive.
People at first were saying very boring. Get this guy out of here.
And somebody just tweeted, "As go the shredded has Browns, so goes the diner."
Yeah.
So people like him. See?
It's a good
Oh,
line.
that's funny. That is a funny
The
tweet.
Matt and Shane. That's
That's
Shane
funny.
Gillis's podcast.
That is funny. The what?
That's Shane Gillis's podcast on his shirt.
Oh, is it the Bulls one?
Yeah.
There you go. Well, that's good. Well, so boy and a girl and a girl, boy and a boy.
2 girls.
2 girls. Okay, so you're on number.
Frankie and Effie.
What?
Frankie and Effie.
Effie's it's the full name?
Yeah.
Like what's the full name?
I feel like I've heard Effie
Effie.
before.
Effie.
What is that?
It's like I think a Polish name.
Is that your wife's?
I don't know why she came up with it.
Oh, she came up with both?
Yeah.
Frankie?
No. Frankie is my late grandmother's name.
His full name or no?
Yeah.
Not Francis.
Not
Oh,
Francis.
Frankie. Okay, I like that. Effie. That's nice. Those are nice names. Names are hard.
Did they not want to come to Boston? Like you could have gone to the game and then.
It was my
Dave,
wife
you don't
couldn't
wanna
get
pain-
the time off because she like only like one person in their call center can be off at a time, and so she has to like pick her days off 6 months in advance.
Also,
It's very
I mean,
aggravating.
you know, Dave. I've had kids that age. They fucking don't want to travel to one.
No, but there's also-
old. It's a nightmare beyond belief.
It is, but we would have, but my wife couldn't get the day off.
There's nothing for a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old to do in the city of Boston. There's nothing. There's nothing to do.
Well, they're one. What do you?
The 1-year-olds can do whatever you
They
do.
sit in a friggin' a 1-year-old. What do you think? What
3-year-old,
city?
I'm
What
talking-
city is the world open for a 1-year-old, Dave?
Orlando. Or the
A
colors
1-year-old.
and
A 1-year-old.
Mickey.
Like, let's be honest. Like a 1-year-old, you
Okay. 3-year-old. What could you do with the 3-year-old that's like?
can go to the children's museum.
Yeah, Yeah, but then you could do that in any city. Now.
So
I guess
could
there's
take-
nothing.
so you could
there's
take
nothing
Effie to the Children's
unique.
Museum.
There's nothing unique.
Effie's a
about
3-year-old?
Boston.
No, Frankie's.
I apologize. Frankie, you could take Frankie to the Children's Museum.
Yeah,
Sue
but
would love that.
Yes, but there's nothing unique about Boston for like young kids. There's nothing. Like there's no
a
theme parks.
city. What do
There's
you
no
want?
theme
What do you
parks. There's no nothing. There's no.
What theme parks are there? Like,
Look,
New York City got Madame
you
Tussauds
give
or
her a tablet and Paw Patrol, and it doesn't matter what town
Be
she's in.
careful with that stuff. I'm
they're always
learning
on
the hard way right
They're
now.
always on the double. Those Paw Patrol. That's what I always say. About that.
They are.
Harry had the Paw Patrol phase, but ended fast. It went right from Harry did the rare. My son Harry, who's 10 now, but when he was, he went with my mom, so he was 5. He did the rare doubleheader that day. Went to Paw Patrol show in the afternoon with my mom, and then went to a WWE house show at night with me.
Whoa, sweet spot.
In Amherst, yeah.
Wow,
Pretty awesome.
Look at that.
Which he enjoyed. That's when he was into it. That's when he.
Justin told me yesterday. So my kid is really into Blippi. Have you seen Blippi?
Oh my God, Blippi's the absolute worst.
I
hate
think
Blippi
Dan's.
so
I've
much.
seen Dan talk about this
So
too. Yeah.
Blippi, before Blippi became Blippi, he used
I
to
know,
do YouTube
ugh.
videos of like shitting in a friend's asshole.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What?
This is a
Yeah. So Blippi, it's like it's Blippi. I'm going to the dentist today.
He's like Pee Wee Herman without the charm.
He's like the real guy in Blue's Clues.
I believe
Just
he
think
went by Ryan Grossman.
I'm gonna look him up on YouTube right now. So am I?
Oh, this is not on YouTube.
type in
It
shitting in
can't be
someone's
YouTube.
asshole.
That's not a YouTube thing.
Look up Blippi Harlem Shake.
Okay.
Harlem Shake.
Blippi.
Yeah, so Paw Patrol came after Blippi, which made it very welcome in our house.
Did Paw Patrol get canceled for a while? Weren't people like
Oh yeah, people were very upset.
because they were
police
they were saying
officers.
police officers weren't the worst people in the history of the world?
Yes.
Okay. Kids used to tube star Blippi regrets the viral video in which he poops all. Well,
Do you want me to send you the link?
yeah, sure.
Okay.
No, you don't
regrets
need to
it.
see it. Just visualize.
He
you know.
said he wants it, Dave. He's a big boy.
His real name is Stephen John. He's a filmmaker in L.A. He's created comedy videos under the moniker Steezy Grossman.
He's got to just have just unfathomable
money, right?
amounts of money.
Oh shit, huh? I mean,
But just think about this. He does live shows all over the country. And there's
Does he do that?
2,000 people, kids all over the place, and majority of that audience has no idea that he purposely
oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh, Jesus, it's gonna be the car Wednesday.
remind me
Justin.
of like Double Dare when they used to fill up the buckets, to the line. They used to like throw up in the bucket,
Yeah.
kinda.
Oh,
Yeah, he's trying to do that to somebody's asshole.
look, I don't
It's
shame,
Blippi.
but who's that?
Go to the dentist.
What audience is that for? Is that like
It was
the-
supposed to be like
it's like a
gross out.
Jackass
Yeah.
audience, or
It was-
like I love Jackass, but they don't do that.
No, that's too much.
Poop humor. Send that to Jerry. He will hate that.
Wait, so what is that in your water bottle? Is that like Crystal Light, like
Yeah.
mix or something?
What are you laughing at?
It just comes out.
Well, that's what happens when you defecate on
off.
somebody.
Turn it off.
Were you going to do that, Justin, for the show?
How many
am I the
people
giver
in
or
this
receiver?
audience are going to like find this video and watch it?
Oh, we'll
now
tweet it
as
out.
We're talking
Yeah,
about
tweet
it.
it out.
I'll tweet it out.
Yeah, tweet it out if you want. Yeah, it's like a crystal. It's like a grape thing. Yeah. I just get bored with water. I don't know. Do you want the water, by the way? I feel bad.
Sure.
Justin, can you get him a water?
Of course.
Get the guy a water. We'll talk about Milton's for a second. Summer is here at Milton's, the store for men. Has everything you need to stay cool and look good this summer, from polos and t-shirts to shorts and swimwear. New summer arrivals from your favorite collection like Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, and Under Armour. Milton's has new summer selections from collections like Peter Millar and Ferretti, which I'm wearing right now. Go to one of their stores, South Shore Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill, and now open at the Burlington Mall. Or shop online at Miltons.com. They have their buy one, get one free suit event going on currently. Go look around. If you can't make one of the stores, go to Miltons.com. Shop around there and let them know the show sent you there. Please let them know the Kirk Minihane show sent you. They actually love hearing that. They love that feedback. So please let them know. They appreciate that and help them out. Our great partners since day one, show one, and they'll be with us forever. As long as I'm doing this, they'll be here. Go to Milton's right now. Miltons.com, one of the 3 stores in Chestnut Hill, Braintree, or at the Burlington Mall, which every time I drive by the Burlington Mall, it's absolutely mob scene. Yep. Still, it's crazy.
That's just that Burlington area is a disaster, but whatever.
That's
a
not
good thing for them.
That's not part of your studio search.
It is not. No, that's not going well right now.
Another failure.
Places are
Moving
such
out
a-
of here?
the
Why?
places are
Moving
just
out of here.
shitholes.
We've had
They're
some
all
issues
shitholes.
with the heat, the AC,
Yeah. Other things that we just don't need to tell you right now.
bugs, diseases. Justin has monkeypox. There's just a whole bunch of things.
Yeah. Blippi was here a couple times.
Blippi was here, yes. This is a lot of. If Blippi came in here, put it this way, if Blippi came in here and did that in the studio, Nobody would clean it. It would be here like 9 months later. You'd just see a stain. You'd be like, oh yeah, a guy came and took a shit.
Be
on
normal.
somebody.
Just shit in
Yeah,
some
just
guy's
it's
ass.
still on the desk. What do you mean it's not going well?
It's just all shitholes. Like it just doesn't. So I'm
Pussy
envisioning.
Look, that was terrific.
No, that one. So now I'm envisioning that. I'm comparing everything to that, and it's basically impossible, unfortunately. Yeah. At least like in terms of like finding it online.
I know I've asked that, but forget all the other stuff we never use. How big is this and that?
I think let's say 300 square feet.
That's all we need,
Yeah. No.
right?
Yeah.
A door, I mean a bathroom, I guess, and that's it, right? Unless I'm missing something.
Yeah, but we just can't. Yeah, we won't be able to put up a wall or anything like that probably.
Where else have you looked?
I have looked in Concord. I've looked.
You looked at the place in
Belmont.
Concord.
I haven't looked at that place, but I've looked at other places.
Okay.
Belmont. Obviously Waltham. I looked at a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I did do Newton, which is kind of. I don't think you'll do that. It's just kind of just outside
too
of
busy.
here. Yeah. No. I
Too
know.
busy.
I looked at another one in Watertown. But they're all like they all gave me this vibe in comparison to the one in Lexington. So
Yeah, that's a problem though. I mean, I think the one in Lexington's in your head now.
yeah,
I think
exactly.
you like the idea.
That's
of
not too much. That shouldn't be too much to ask.
You've been romantic. You've been wooed by that place. You like the idea of walking around that town and
Oh, it was
you know.
like it was just very pleasant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very happy.
So I mean, what? Okay, nothing in Belmont.
Nothing that I found online. So my next thing is like next week I'm
gonna
gonna
beat the
go-
streets? You're gonna
just
walk
go
around?
the streets. Yep. That's what I'm amazed by. I feel like in residential real estate,
Mm-hmm.
when you call about a listing, they want to offer you like, oh, there's 7 other comparable listings out there.
Sure.
In commercial real estate, they don't give a fuck. They just want to show you that one listing that you called them about. I don't really get it.
I don't know what to
I
say.
don't
Yeah, I don't know.
understand.
Well, we'll keep looking.
Yeah.
And then you're gone after Wednesday.
Wednesday afternoon to
Okay.
Sunday.
Okay. So you're not going to be at Shoppers Cafe.
No, I can't be. I'm leaving. Yeah.
Sad.
You're not going to be here next week, so you're not going to enter the contest. I've heard about this or not. Justin's car is a disaster.
I saw it.
Yeah. So a bunch of
I was able to be a Friday co-host without having to do that.
that's true. So you would not be willing to do that.
I don't know. I think I probably would be.
Do you have a dirty car? Not counting the
yeah,
kids.
it's decently dirty, but it's not like
If you had no kids,
it's
would
not,
it be dirty?
I don't think so. No.
Yeah, that's different. When you have little kids. That's different than like
I have a dirty room. So, but my
a room.
car,
Like what? Your bedroom?
yeah.
Well, what's Carla doing? She's not cleaning up either?
That's where the one place I'm like allowed to be messy is like the side of my bed.
Oh, you get your little piece of real estate. There.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, she hates you for that though. Like she absolutely despises that your section.
think
is
so?
messy. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I've been doing like a miraculous job like keeping with the chores at our house. So
Okay.
I think I'm in a good spot right now.
Are you done with 2 kids?
No.
What do you? Oh, are you announcing something?
I mean, no, but I'm announcing that I'm now being the recipient of when are we having another baby?
Okay, let me tell you something right now. Okay, I have 2 kids. Don't have a third.
I don't think I really have the choice in the matter. I'm one of 3.
Well, sure you do. You don't have a choice. This is a participatory event, I think. Just say, listen, Carla, listen, like 2 and 2 is perfect. You don't want to be outnumbered. Plus, it's so goddamn expensive.
It is.
Ugh. I mean, you know how much
And,
college giving for these 3 kids?
You know what daycare is? It's like $600 a week for.
Do you have both of them in daycare?
One is full time and one is 3 days a week, and together it's $600 a week.
Oh,
It's like a bargain too, actually.
how the hell do you know? You just dumb off of your parents.
Well, no.
Colleen's, look at this.
My daughter is in preschool
Colleen's
daycare.
parents, right? Watch his fucking kids all day.
We had that with my in-laws for the first year of both of their wives, so we're really lucky as well.
Thank you.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then they just said, screw
is
it,
what
right?
No, then, well,
Well, they wanna
we
live their
want
lives.
They said, so they're still watching the 1-year-old 2 days a week, but yeah, they want to live their lives, which
course.
is totally understandable.
Yes,
and
they're older, they're retired, right?
Yes.
They want to enjoy.
It's not my fault.
They want to have the best of both worlds. They get to
spend.
spend some time with the youngest, right?
yes.
And then they get to go do what they want. That seems reasonable. Colleen's got them slaved. You know,
This
it's,
is
We
what my
also
mother
want them
wants.
like
No, she
we
doesn't.
want them socializing and learning and stuff.
I would agree with that too. It's now you got the one time at Colleen's son, he's hanging on his dad's leg and weeping because he's never around any of their kids.
Yeah, he's still young. Yeah, he's
true or
still young.
false?
It's true. But what you're right.
I want him to spend the weekend with me and Harry.
Like overnight, just
Yes,
you guys.
we'll put some hair in his chest. Yes,
Boys weekend.
yeah, bros weekend.
Yeah, I mean, if it's you, Harry, myself, and
No.
Chase for a weekend, I'm all in on
I'm not
that.
interested in that.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. How about just Harry and Chase for like a weekend, like a retreat?
Go ahead. Yeah.
We'll have one of our famous retreats that we always have.
Yes, Great Wolf Lodge or whatever.
Oh, you ever been to that?
No, but I'm doing Santa's Village this year.
Santa's Village is okay.
Is that
It's
right?
outside. It's okay. It's New Hampshire.
Yep.
Yeah, and you're not doing both? You're not doing, there's 2 there.
So I'm probably doing both.
What's the other one, too? What the fuck's the other one? I forget. I don't know. What else?
Nothing really. Do you see the Joe Rogan's comments on the Vatican? You probably like that one.
I don't think I heard Joe Rogan's comments on the Vatican, though.
But what about the Catholic Church? Like, why isn't everybody really freaking out about? I was just in Italy, and one of the things that's nuts is the Vatican is a country.
Yeah.
And it's a country filled with pedophiles.
Yeah.
It's a country filled with
Right. I mean,
pedophiles and
thank you,
stolen.
Joe. He's 1,000% right. Yeah. No.
Speaking of Joe Rogan, New York Post is like just sucks off Joe Rogan every chance they get. By the
Comment
way.
on that, Ryan? Is that actually true?
I think what they do is they put his name in headlines
And it
because
gets
a lot
views?
of people click on it.
Yeah,
Seems
it
like a
works.
good move.
Seems like a smart
Seems
strategy.
like a good move. It's like Stern. Like, it's a lot of that, too.
What's the comparable in the sports media world for you? Like, what's a guarantee? Is Portnoy?
Stephen
A.
A. is usually
Stephen
pretty
A,
good.
What was that podcast Stephen A. went on? He said he was going to run for Senate.
I never knew, by the way, that he's been doing this. When somebody tweeted out that Stephen A. General Hospital clip the other day.
Yeah, those go viral like kind of once every 6 months. And everyone's like, I forgot it. I
It
didn't
is
know
funny
who did that.
because like a very serious scene where he's like Stephen A. It's just funny to me that exists. You had a good. I think it was you who tweeted this the other day. I've been saying this forever. Tell me why Chris Russo and Mike Francesa aren't doing like 2 hours a week or whatever.
Yeah, a month. Like
whatever.
They can't get the money together because it's like they both make a lot. And
I think
so,
I still think it's also. I know what it's like.
they do.
Yeah.
They make nice like kind of like once or twice a year.
But whenever they do it, though, it's like still it's in the air. I want them to get back to the point where they're battling with each
Yes,
other.
I know that.
You know what I
That's
mean?
they need to do it regularly enough that they fight.
Yeah,
'Cause
well,
that's
it's not
what's
like
interesting.
I could totally
'cause when
see
they're
Yo,
together-
Mike just shares his podcast. He just puts the link out there
Oh, it's
without
awful.
telling anybody
Oh, is that
what
true?
it's
It's
about.
awful. Well,
Like he
that's-
just dumps
he's
the
so full
link
of
and
shit.
like
it's about what I do. I
He's
mean,
so full of shit. He didn't get real money for that podcast.
No.
It's
Yes, he
so-
did.
it's-
Absolutely
It's
did.
so half-assed.
He gets
It's
so much
pathetic.
money for it.
So you're
Yes, he
telling me
did.
that DraftKings
Well,
he made
put
it
this-
seem like it was a
what's-
bidding war.
Would you say it was a bad investment?
um
How much do you think he gets?
I think he probably gets like $1 million a year from Rivers.
Oh fucking Christ! No.
That's just lighting money on fire. And I loved Mike and Mad Dog as a kid, but that is Francesa at this point alone is death. You
This
put
is
him with
the-
Russo, that's real money.
Yeah, but Russo
Russo is now
Because
Russo
of
has
ESPN.
won the war.
because of ESPN, Russo can get money now.
It looked for a while like Mike was winning because he stayed number
He was
one.
number one,
in New York,
and Mad Dog was
and
floundering on Sirius,
Yeah,
kind of. But Russo,
but
Russo
Sirius
has
cut
won,
his pay, so he had to
Yeah.
get the high heat job.
which turned out to be a blessing.
Yes.
And now the thing with Stephen A., which made all the sense in the world.
ESPN should hire Russo full time. They should air his radio show in the afternoon.
I agree.
And then they should put him on keep not full time with Stephen A, but like keep the spot with Stephen A. Just bring him in on like Sports Center, Get Up, all over the place. Talk tennis, golf, baseball,
filled in
football.
for like Wilbon one day or something.
Yeah.
Like just brings energy to. He should be a tennis analyst. He loves tennis. Like have
Yeah,
him,
just put him all over the place.
I agree. I think he is. I will declare that he has won the war now. Francesa is doing a podcast for a casino that no one's listening to.
Yep.
And Russo is a huge star now.
Yeah, I think
Like it would be
you're
a
right.
favor to Mike if Chris had him on, which I think would drive Francesa nuts.
He does a weekly segment with Bobby Valentine.
Does he really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's over. It's just over.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he gave up the last couple. Remember he was doing that thing at night?
Oh right.
At FAN? Remember that weird?
He had like a
it was
subscription product.
Yeah,
at night or whatever.
online for
Yeah.
Odyssey. It was so
Yeah,
bizarre.
it was like I'm gonna come on when there's breaking news, and then he never did.
He's like, I'm gonna talk-
$8.99
he's like-
app.
yeah, he's like, I'm going to talk politics. He never did it, right?
Yeah, he just didn't really. You know, he's a lot older than Russo. I think he's
Yes.
like 10 or 15 years old.
Probably 10 years older. Yeah, and that was always the dynamic of that show. Is that Francesa was the big brother and Russo was kind of like the loser.
Francesa had a pretty good career before WFAN. I mean, he's
CBS
on
and
like
stuff.
CBS
Yeah, yeah,
Sports, like
yeah.
you know, he's on
was
pretty
like-
big properties, and there were way less jobs in the business back when he had one of those.
Well, he was like Musburger in like he was like their info guy first, and then
Yeah.
he moved over to being in the booth on college football stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, yeah, that makes too much. But I don't. I almost wonder if Francesa has the life to do that with Russo at this point now. He's got no energy left. He just seems like he's dead.
He has the energy, but he needs somebody to play off of, and he won't do it. I don't know what his
He's got enough money.
I think it has to be on the right platform too, because I think it has to be like some not network, but like something with a big digital footprint where they actually get reaction, right? Because on radio they got calls and they felt great about themselves when the lines were full. If they just go to some random casino and they get no response.
Russo's not
going
going to do that.
No, but
Yeah.
if they just aired it
Russo's
on
show on Sirius.
and then they put they had
Sirius
it
gets no
on
reaction
like
to
Bet
anything.
Rivers YouTube or whatever.
Sirius
like,
gets no reaction to anything. There's no show that really gets a ton of reaction. in
if
my
those two are together, it would get buzz. I think.
I mean, couldn't they do a podcast together?
Yeah, but I still think they would need to partner up with a media company that gets like. Imagine if they went to Barstool and like they got the engagement that Barstool got off
Right.
of that podcast. It'd be hysterical, But I also don't know if Francesa can play around like that if he's
No.
just getting like the shit kicked out of him.
Remember Portnoy almost fired Mike because he called in to Francesa and said that Portnoy died. Did he say he died of COVID?
No,
or-
he said he's like
This was at the height of like the beginning of COVID. Everyone thought if you had it, you were going to die. Mike
Yeah.
called in to
Francesa's
Francesa's
show.
and said that
yeah, your good buddy, the pizza review, and I had a pizza review with him, but he just tested positive for COVID.
and
Mike was
Francesa
like,
was all concerned. And Portnoy was like really mad.
Oh, he was pissed. He was bullshit.
I think he gets it now. He didn't
well,
get it then.
His reason for being mad was that like 6 months ago it would have been fine, but now that like made the stock
Yeah,
price
could have moved
dip.
the market.
I mean, okay.
Dave Portnoy moves the market. What do you want?
I guess, yeah. Oh, I saw Tom Shadley taking shots at the Penn stock.
Yeah, that was a low blow by me, Bill. That was a low blow.
That Odyssey stock.
I mean, he
holy-
works for Odyssey.
That
was a
stock
low
is
blow.
unbelievable.
It was a great chirp. But it was a low blow.
like you could buy Odyssey now. Like Dave could buy Odyssey.
Funny you mentioned that, Ryan. I'll just say that. It's funny you mentioned that. We've had conversations. I'll just say that.
Ooh.
I'll just say we've had conversations. I'll leave it at that. I won't say anything else. But a hostile takeover is definitely could be in play. It's 68 cents yesterday.
Yeah, I mean,
68 cents.
65 right
It's
now.
it's
it really?
insane that like one of
92
the
million market
Amazons
cap.
or whatever hasn't just bought.
What do you do with
Odyssey, iHeart, and Cumulus, and just own radio.
But where do you make money in that though? Now, where's the money in that? Like real money. I know what you're saying, but if I bought a radio station today, who am I selling to? 70-year-olds?
I think like a lot more people listen to radio in the car, even still, than
I
you're
agree, but
generally given credit for.
I don't even disagree with that. But how about look at it from like 5 years ago, then 5 years before that, and 5 years before that? How's it gonna look 5 years from now? I mean,
sometimes you buy a cigar that has 2 puffs left in it.
Sure,
you know?
no, right. I guess that's the question: is what's the value of it? What can you get out of it? I don't know.
Radio is just never able to understand the digital landscape whatsoever. They were just never
They
able
get
to
dumb
do
because
that.
they have dummies doing it.
Correct.
They have people who just. I've worked with these people. They don't understand it. Like
Yeah.
they don't understand this. Like they don't understand. Like they
So
just
if
don't get it.
if a tech first company were to buy them, they could probably make them successful.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Dave could buy it and then just put a bunch of Barstool personalities on it.
Yep.
I guess, but
All
even
over America. He could buy it by himself. He really could.
yeah, maybe we will.
Yeah.
92 million is the market cap right now.
You have to pay like 130, 140 to get them to agree to sell it, but
Yeah. I mean, and that's what it is now. Like, put it this way: like, I don't see it getting better. Odyssey has never figured. I mean, they've first of all, the name's so stupid now. I always want to say Intercom. They've never figured out how to do it.
Who's the biggest talent at Odyssey? What's the biggest brand that Odyssey has?
I like Nick Costos. Do you guys know him?
Of course we do. He's the guy that.
You know better.
He's
you
Big
bet.
Cat's friend,
That's
right?
that's little Alex Jones.
Yeah, Big Cat went on
he did?
his podcast and had to apologize to you for going on.
That's right. He sounds like Alex Jones. Yeah, he's fine. He seems like a good kid. He's in on the joke, but I mean, he's not like.
He's not the money. He's not the
No, but
money.
he's not making any money. Like you're not going to be like, holy shit, we're buying a company that has him. That guy doesn't exist anymore. Like there's no Mike and the Mad Dog. There's no Stern.
I guess Boomer and Geo. That's a pretty
you're probably
big.
right.
Boomer might be the biggest asset.
You're probably right. I mean, and I don't know the rest of the country, so I don't know. Is Julie DeCaro on there? I mean,
Probably.
huge
No,
star.
they got rid of her.
It's tragic. Very sad.
Oh yeah, you're Chicago. You probably had some.
you're probably friends with her.
Yeah.
I don't. The only time
She's a big enemy of this.
the only time I've ever been in a room with her was like at this like blogging conference maybe like 8 years ago, 2014.
Jesus.
And Big Cat was on with like a bunch of Chicago people, and like Julie just like went after him, I think.
It's a big moment.
Wait, you know what? That
Hello,
might
dude.
not have been her. That might not have been her. I might be falsely.
She's going to yell at you if you do that. She's going to say you're putting all women together. So be careful. Just be careful before you say that. But yeah, I don't know. Anyways, what else?
Nothing too exciting. That tweet about the Drago spinoff there too. You like that, huh?
I was texting with my friend Jeff Lowe about this, and my brother Ryan, who's a huge Rocky fan. I just don't know if that's going to work or not. The best part of, did you see Creed 2?
I saw the first one. I didn't see 2.
Did you, Justin, or no?
I
Probably
watched it
not.
along with you.
What?
You did a watch along with it.
What?
You did a watch along on YouTube with like
I
Brandon.
did not.
Yes, you did.
I did?
Yep.
Oh, I did with Brandon and
Some guy from Chicago.
Jeff, right?
I don't know if let me see. But
Maybe
you
Eddie?
certainly did.
Yes, you're right. You're right. So Creed 2, do you see it or no?
No.
Okay. Do you know what I'm talking about? The Creed.
Yeah, I saw one.
Yeah. So they did a sequel, and it was basically Creed's son fought Drago's son.
Uh-huh.
And I liked it. The best part of the movie was actually Drago and his son. But I did not leave the theater thinking, boy, there's a whole movie here. I'm in. I'll be there opening night if it gets. But you also, like, that gets announced. It's 50-50 that gets made.
It was Jeff, Brendan Walker, Eddie, and Ken Jack. You did it with.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah. I remember that. I had a
Early
good time.
pandemic.
Early
You know what
pandemic.
I'm stunned they haven't made? So there could be like a 10-hour series on The Godfather. There's like about a 15-year period that's covered in the books that's like barely covered in the movie, like where he like basically wins control
Like Michael
of
getting
New
power.
York. No,
Vito.
Vito getting
Yeah,
power in New York, like beating out the other gangs. Like the other gangs.
You're not
he
talking
brought
about,
in,
you're not
like-
talking about the flashback stuff in Godfather 2.
No.
Yeah.
There's like
once he takes over.
there's
versus,
like, Luca Brasi like kills a baby. Like
Right.
there's like a solid 15 years
Yes.
that's covered in the book that's not really covered in.
So what
one
you're saying
and
is
two.
Paramount should do that.
Yeah.
They have it, right? They probably
Yeah.
will use that property at some point. I would
They
think,
should,
right?
yeah.
'Cause I did not like that. I
I
watched.
thought you at Universal might have it.
Not Paramount?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Because Paramount did The Offer, which I didn't love. I watched the pilot of that. I didn't love it. I did not love that. Did not love it. I could use a show. I like Nathan Fielder, but that HBO show stinks.
Oh, you tried it?
Stinks. Absolutely stinks. Stinks. But I mean,
Who's the one who somebody tweeted us and said it was a good show the other day?
well, that person is wrong, Dave.
wrong.
I don't know what you want me to
I
say.
took a lot of shit from my Gray Man take the other day. Apparently, people love that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I can never figure. I have no idea if it's a hit or not. Nobody. That's why I play on Netflix. We talk about this all the time. So they do this movie, $200 million with Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling.
Yep.
It's not part of the national conversation
Oh, not
at
at
all. It just comes and goes. Like Netflix puts it up, and I don't know where it is now, and it's gone. and
They seem to have lost their creative juices over the last year or two.
they haven't figured out and their movie plan has always never been great anyway. Like, and you're right though. Like the last year or so, they've had Stranger Things, which is already a property they've had, and I guess Squid Game, but.
Squid Game was huge.
The Chappelle specials are great, but
That's true.
It's unclear if those make them more than it costs them.
I think the show the last year or movie last year that got the most buzz nationally on Netflix was the Inventing Anna thing,
Probably.
which people talked about for like a month. It wasn't great, but it's just they luck into that sometimes. But they put a movie out like that, like
Seems like FX has the biggest batting average.
you're probably right. Like, how do you compare that to like Top Gun Maverick, which made $600 million and everyone's talking about it?
It made like $1 billion.
Well, I'm saying in America, it's made over $1 billion worldwide.
But was it like from a social media perspective? Was it all over social media?
Well, I mean,
People talking
a
about
bunch
it?
of podcasts about it, and people talk about it. I haven't seen anybody talk about this movie.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that doesn't mean, by the way, that doesn't mean it hasn't been watched a bunch. I just don't know. I can never figure that out with Netflix.
It's been number 1 since it's been up there. So. On
But
Netflix.
what does that even mean?
Yeah, I don't
like, are they doing that because who knows? They can.
Well, they already
manipulate that.
announced the prequel and sequel, like we talked about the other day.
So he's in all three.
I know Ryan Gosling is signed up for.
It's crazy.
Yeah, at least one of them.
It's crazy, but hey, good for him. He's probably getting paid a fortune.
Yeah.
I would imagine, right?
It cost $220 million to make.
I mean, is there in return for that?
I don't know.
I don't know. Who knows? Anyway.
Typical New York Post guy. He's got to get a Chappelle mention in too.
Oh, of course. You got to check out Closet Right Winger.
Guy's trying to get clicks.
It's fine. Listen, we're open to everything here. All right, so we can read you at the New York Post. Anywhere else? Do you have any subscription stuff? What do you got?
I do the podcast every
Yep.
week with Ethan Strauss.
So what's that called?
House of Strauss.
House of Strauss.
We do it
Okay.
Tuesday or Wednesday every week, and
Okay.
I think we're the only people who will imagine a first take debate about the trade between for
Russia
the Merchant
and,
of Death and Brittany Griner.
How was your conversation with Alex? Did you enjoy it with
what?
Alex Reamer? You enjoyed
Oh
the
yeah, it's
conversation?
good. Yeah, he's good.
He's a smart guy.
Did you write about Alex Reamer when he had the whole what's it called? What did he say? What
I
was the
don't,
wording he
I don't
used?
Brady?
remember if I wrote about that or not.
Yeah.
That was one wild day.
Yeah.
So that happened on Brady hung up on our show,
Yeah.
and we were flying to Minneapolis for the Super Bowl that week. I got on the plane, got off the plane, and had like 3 billion messages, including like these people from like Inside Edition got mine. It was crazy, and I was like, "What do you want me to say?" Like, I don't.
Yeah.
What do you call Brady's kid? A pissant?
Pissant. That's right. Pissant.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was wild.
Yeah.
You even said on our show.
It's just like once you take a step back, you realize how just absurd it is. Like it's not as visceral.
Brady's kid was kind of annoying on the show too. I don't
Yeah.
know. You put the kid in the show, that's life. I mean, what do you want me to say? True.
The pile there, there's like a pile on nature of everything now, and you really just don't want to be the enemy of the internet for the day.
It's never a fun day when that happens. I can tell you that. It's been a while for me though, which is fine. I'm good.
No controversies.
No, we're good. We're good.
I got a prediction, by the way. I think Ryan Glasspiegel makes his way to the Barstool Chicago office when Big Cat. He's been dropping Big Cat's name a lot.
No,
I think there's a connection there. And
What do you
maybe
mean?
They
You
said-
think he's
I think he's gonna be like one of the many people in the Kirk Minihane show world that reaches out to
well,
Big
what
Cat
else
for a
is
job potentially.
What else is
A
new?
lot of references.
How many people think Dan's going
I
to...
think I only mentioned him once.
Twice.
Okay, that's a lot.
Fact check. Probably 3 times.
I mean, we know how he is with fact checking. It's very loose.
I am fact based, other than the Carabas.
I mean, that Saugus thing hangs over you for your career.
listen
That's
to-
your first line in your obituary.
Didn't listen to this show. The full context of that conversation.
Also true. Listen, we know that.
I got the message from a family friend. Don't listen to the Kirk show today.
What are you laughing at,
I of course, like a little kid.
Funny message to get.
Like a little kid touching a stove. It's like, okay, don't
have
tell
to
me what I
listen.
can't do. So, but then it was like 15 minutes about like a pizza party and like a contest and stuff. I was like, look, I can't
been
give this
canceled,
more of
yeah.
my time.
Yeah, you're too good for pizza parties.
I was too good to listen to
He's
talk
too busy.
about
He's
pizza
too busy
parties.
ranking about a 69-year-old minor league manager. What an odd thing that is. Jesus.
They're
Tony Russo's like 110. He's managing a baseball
They're
team,
3-57,
and they are always on the road.
and they're always on the
always
road.
on the road.
They don't have a home.
They have no home. They're like a man without a country.
They only exist for a year because one of the teams folded last year, and then there's an expansion team coming next year.
Unbelievable.
If,
Talk about a miniseries. You got it right there. What's that?
If Andrew Marchand dies today, hope he doesn't. Oh, KMS curse. However, but
Yeah, be careful.
Yeah, sorry about that. Are you promoted to his spot? Are you the like?
I do like a lot of the general stuff that he does, but I don't think that I could replace him. No.
Okay.
And
does
I
a
don't
great
think I
job.
would want to. I like writing about. I don't want to focus only on the media because I don't like my interactions with most of the people that I deal with
Appreciate
in the
that.
day to day of the beat.
Very nice of you. Thank you.
Interesting.
Very kind. Very kind.
Some of the people I do really like. So if they see this,
Who's the
and I
biggest
like
asshole
them,
you've dealt with in the media?
asshole or liar?
Well, I'll take both happily.
There's a couple. So there's a lot of ESPN PR people that I like, but there's a couple that I consider their word not to be.
That's their job, but that's kind of half their job though too.
Let me see. Asshole.
Jason Whitlock.
No, I like Whitlock.
He's a nice guy.
I just wondered. Man, I'm throwing out names. I'm trying to help him here.
No, there have been assholes. I really have to think about it though.
Well, you can,
Zach Woe wasn't very nice to me when I reached out to him one time.
Who's that?
ESPN.
I don't know him.
Wasn't he at the Ringer first?
Oh, he's the NBA guy,
Ringer,
right?
Like he was with.
He's the
He's
NBA
on
guy.
Grantland,
He's a Simmons
yeah.
guy, right?
Grantland,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting. Have you dealt with Simmons at all?
Yeah, he stopped. He just he like called me at one point. He's like, I really like your work, but then he's basically just ignored me for like 7 or 8 years since then.
Interesting. He's always been very. I dump on him, but he's always been very nice to me. I have to be fair. I have been way tougher on him than he's been on me. To be fair.
I like him, and it made me sad that he ghosted me. But
Sad?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Did you walk around your house like you were sad, like Charlie Brown?
yeah. Pulled the football. I don't know who isn't. There are people who are assholes.
Well, see, this is what I'm saying. You're a nice guy, right? Dave, who's the biggest asshole you've ever dealt with
Biggest asshole I've ever
in the media?
dealt with.
I think you have a name right away.
Who?
I don't know, just in general. You're one of these guys who I would imagine keeps track of this.
No, I think everyone locally has been pretty nice to me. I think.
Bob Snyder?
No, but he's not a media guy. He's a consultant.
He's a zero, yeah.
Not fair. Yeah.
Okay. You never dealt with like an asshole at all?
Cooner was kind of cold, but I've heard he's a nice guy. He was he had a cold vibe to
Certainly
him.
has an asshole. I can confirm that.
Yeah, he definitely does.
Shit's all over the
Seen
place.
it, yeah.
That might be him in that video, Justin.
Just getting shit on my blippy.
I think it might be Jeff.
No, I didn't deal with too many assholes.
No? Biggest asshole I've ever dealt with is Warren Sapp. Not even close.
Ooh.
And Chris Carter's second.
Okay.
Deion Sanders was third. But that's fine.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yep.
But I'm sure he's a nice guy now. But Warren Sapp was the biggest asshole I've ever dealt with. There's not even close. Not even media, just a human being.
What did he do?
He was one of these guys, we would do the Super Bowl. I was literally in line at a cab with, I think, Jerry maybe. And he actually pushed people out of the way, moved us out of the way, and went to the cab. And then I saw him. He was on like he did like the rounds of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Radio Row, and he was done with an interview with the market next to us the one after. He was literally screaming at them. He was like, "Why'd you ask me that fucking question? You guys are fucking assholes." I was like, I went over to them. I was like, "They're like, we didn't say anything. He's just a prick."
Yeah.
I think that might have been the same Super Bowl I got busted at. He did something,
Atlanta?
Yeah.
maybe, or maybe it was a different one. I don't know.
What
was
did
the
Chris
nicest.
Carter do?
What's that?
What Chris Carter?
Just like who the fuck are you? Like, I'm Chris Carter. Why are you that whole air, which Deion Sanders had too. But everyone at Barstool says Deion Sanders is a great guy. I have no idea. I've never dealt with him. Is he still at Barstool?
Yeah, definitely.
Is he?
I think that's a football podcast.
Football
Like,
only,
yeah,
I would assume.
season.
They-
And then he's doing
they-
the pro football show. I assume.
And they have like the mini camp thing they do.
Oh, true.
Oh,
The
that's right.
documentary.
Yeah,
He's gonna be a big college football coach.
massive, huge. He's gonna win like national championships. Probably he'll probably leave that school and go.
Yeah,
to a
I
bigger
think he'll
one.
probably go be the coach at like Florida State.
That's
or
what they've been
something like
saying,
that.
right? That makes sense. That makes sense. All right, so we're back Monday.
Yep.
We're all back. Mike's back.
Correct.
All right, Justin, you're back.
Yep.
We'll go over all the rules. We don't have to go over anything else before Monday, right?
I don't think so.
I don't believe so, but I did want to text a lot of the people who called in last
Yeah.
episode, and I don't know if we have to dwindle it down at all. But what do you think?
They're not all gonna do it.
Okay. All right.
When push comes to
I
shove,
think a lot of people will actually do it. It's not
that's
that
one
hard.
car, Ryan. How many people? You say a lot. How many people could fit in this?
Well,
car?
okay. Oh, so they all have to be there at once all night.
Oh, they're doing one night in the backseat of the car.
3 people together.
Well, I think we can fit 7. 3 across, 3 on their laps, and 1 on top.
Okay, if you're then if they
That's
all
what I'm
have to
saying.
be, like,
Truthfully, how
crammed
many
there
people are
like
in
a
that
clown
car? Truthfully, how many?
8 counting Justin.
How many people were in the backseat?
9 counting the person next to Justin in the front seat.
You should make it so that they can't have their phones either.
Yeah.
We did that. Oh,
Okay.
keep up, Ryan. We said that. I think they're allowed some phone time.
Okay.
If they, I think if they win it, they're allowed phone time.
Win what?
If they deserve it.
What do you mean? They win the contest? They get their
No,
phone back?
but there's going to be like
Well, why don't you get to work this weekend and put down some ground rules? We'll go over whether we think it's fair or not on Monday.
Okay.
How's that? Okay, I'm going to put you in charge of that.
gotcha.
So, because I've had people reach out to me in the medical community and say, somebody could die from a blood clot if they're just sitting there for 12 hours. Because these are big fatzos.
Yeah.
I don't care if they die. I really don't, but I don't want to be legally responsible for it. If they've made a choice, they're grown men and women. If they want to do that, that's fine.
Yep.
But I don't want to go to jail because some shithead, had a blood clot sitting in Justin's car and dies. I think
I
Justin
don't
should
think people can absolve you of criminal liability, just civil.
Well, I don't want to be cutting any checks either.
No.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So I think if
You
anybody's
still
held,
might have to go to jail.
that's fine. I mean, if it's worth some of these people dying, I'll do a year. Should Justin be held responsible? Yeah, it's his car.
Of course.
I'm fine with
I
that.
got insurance.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, what do you think? 2 or 3 breaks where they get out of the car?
No. They're never getting out of the
Breaks the
car.
fuck?
No.
You just said they could get a blood
Break?
clot.
What I think they can do is 7 people in that car might be tough. I was looking at the car the other day. I don't think it's impossible, but there's got to be a way they can move around within it and kind of move their legs around and their feet and just kind of just a little exercise time in the car, Justin.
I agree.
So we just get their body just kind of going a little bit.
I agree.
We can do that.
Yeah.
But
So
in terms of doing number 1 or number 2, they can't leave the car.
I
They
agree.
can't leave the car. That's just going to happen. So, I saw Tim from Canton tweet out that he's going to be wearing adult diapers. That's smart.
Smart strategy.
That's just good strategy.
Yes. Yep.
If you go number 1 or number 2 in your pants, you have adult diapers on. That's painful.
The question is, how quickly will he utilize that diaper? Because if we're making a chili,
If he wants to win,
pizza-
and if you win, you get a lot. You get to come in here. Ryan can tell you how great that is.
Yeah.
And you get free ticket front row at the next live show.
Oh, we'll have to hold that.
Front row at the
Wow.
next live show.
Yep.
So if Tim's smart, he takes a dump right now and leaves that in his pants, in his diaper. Doesn't change it between now
So
and
when are you
next
guys
Wednesday.
doing a live show with the Chicago crew, who it seems like you actually like all of them?
There's no trying to get the Chicago crew in again, Dave.
I told you.
There's
Fourth reference.
Something
Fourth.
going on here. I don't know. I would do something with those guys. We're going to be in the Midwest at some point. The thing with us, with our show, is like we have a big, huge Northeast crowd. We have a crowd now all over the country, but like to sell out for us like 1,000, 1,200 Northeast.
Yeah.
The question we've been debating is, can we sell out a 400, 500 place in like, say, like Arizona?
I don't know.
Neither do
you won't know until
right.
you see.
Which is kind of fun to sort of speculate. You know, could we sell a one-off out? Yeah, I mean, we sold out 75 people in Mississippi in like 3 minutes.
Who's your biggest Barstool feud with right now? You've always got to have one. It's like oxygen.
pretty quiet right now?
It's quiet.
Pretty quiet. Who would you say? We don't really have one.
I mean,
is somebody still there?
K Marco's still there.
K Marco's dead though.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't really.
are you including Chris?
Oh, that's true. We had a guy on the show, Chris Clemmer, who bailed on us. We hate him. I hate it. But that's not even like he doesn't fight back.
Yeah.
We don't
Didn't
fight.
you have a feud with Brandon Walker at some point? One of the nicest
That's
people
like all
ever.
pro wrestling with him. Nicest people ever.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? You made fun of my dead parents. How'd you feel if Bob and Sue kicked the can and I was making fun of them today? I hope they live a long life. Very hurtful. I didn't say anything. He attacked me. And I think, didn't he go to Erica?
Yeah, about Kate.
Yeah, we love Brandon, but he's crazy. He's crazy. What do you mean he's one of the nicest people? When have you dealt with him?
I interviewed him at the
interviewed
Super Bowl
him?
in Miami like 3 years ago or 2 years ago.
You're asking
Right
him
before
about
the
He'll talk to
pandemic.
anybody.
He doesn't know anything. What's that, Dave?
He'll talk to anybody. It
Who?
seems like
Brandon or Ryan?
Ryan.
No shit.
He's-
Interviewing Brandon
You
Walker?
only write about our retreats, but you're talking
Oh my
about Brandon
God,
Walker?
Jesus! Brandon Walker couldn't sell.
That was a fun story how he got to Barstool.
It is a good story, yeah.
Like because he was a good sport about getting attacked on those
That was
show.
fantastic.
my
I'll give him credit. That was
sportsbook ads
fantastic.
or whatever.
Oh,
It's a good story.
I like Brandon. No, Brandon's an example of Barstool hiring somebody who brings value. Sometimes they do not hire people who bring value. But I would Brandon has an audience. I don't doubt that. I like Brandon. But no, I wouldn't say we're not in the middle of anything right now. We will be.
Trying to
It'll happen
think.
again.
No, I can't think of someone at Barstool right now.
No. K Marco's gone.
No, I think the
really.
worst thing that's
Chaps is
happened.
gone, really.
The worst thing that's happened lately is just that Rico didn't send his video for the Wilbur. But I don't know.
You're
if it-
stuck on this Rico thing.
I'm
You're
just
stuck.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, this is.
I think it's a gift from Barstool people right here, right?
That is, yes.
What
They're
are these,
beautiful.
Foreplay golf shoes?
Yes.
Ooh, these are nice.
Those are nice.
These are nice.
Really nice.
Oh,
That's some good tribute.
that is nice. They smell nice too. Well, thank you, Riggs.
Yep.
And they did ask me, live event Lisa, who hates me, who said in her text she doesn't hate me, but she hates me, asked if I wanted to go to the Wollaston one they're doing.
Oh, you got to go to that, yeah.
I don't want to play in it, though.
You definitely want to play in it versus just like standing around and doing nothing.
I'll do some putting and take pictures.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll do the show from there then, right?
Sure.
When's that?
September.
They could get us a foursome. Why don't we do a foursome?
Because I don't want to spend any time with you guys on the golf course for 4 hours.
They
Why would I
need
want to do that?
Play 9 holes.
I don't want to. What's that, Justin?
Do they need a beer and hot dog guy?
It's a good question. It's a good question. I think the problem is, I don't mean to be, but like, they like deals. Like, they don't want to have to pay for like,
Let me tell you about
Yeah.
this.
but they don't want to go to jail either because
Okay,
it's a scam.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything
Nope,
illegal.
nope. It is.
I heard you on
it
the.
is
I heard
very
you on your
legal,
wrap up show.
Very
This
legal.
Is, I
very
talk-
legal.
No, this is illegal.
I was told the way it is legal is as long as the restaurant is offering
Okay.
the same beverage deal for a
Is
period.
that happening?
Hold on. For a period of 7 days or more, it is a legal promotion.
Okay. Is it legal after work when Justin gives those beers to 16-year-old girls
That is
in the back
not
of the car?
legal.
That is not legal?
No,
Christ.
that is not
Why?
legal.
Is that legal or not legal?
That is illegal. Does not happen.
Does not happen. There's no empties in that car, is there?
No. There's a couple nips,
Okay.
but they're full.
And you're working this weekend.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday, baby.
Saturday, Sunday, back Monday. So you have a busy week. You're not going to sleep Wednesday night, really. Does that bother you or no? Because you sleep 16, 17 hours
I
at a
don't
time.
sleep 16,
Okay,
17.
you've said that before, but
I sleep like 6, 7 hours.
okay. So you're not worried about that part of it.
No, I'll be fine.
All right. Okay.
Maybe
David,
maybe we'll get some sleep. Maybe we'll all pack in the.
but you just got to make sure everything's recorded. I don't want anybody cheating.
Yeah, everything's gonna be recorded.
So the peeing part of it, they can just I guess.
They can kneel. They can. I pissed in a car before.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good enough. Dave, anything else from you?
Nope, all good.
Ryan, you?
No, I think we covered the gamut.
We did it all.
And that I can't think of somebody that was an asshole to me because I would really.
I feel like you're
to
covering
get
for
them back.
somebody. I don't know.
No, I wouldn't. I would.
Although you're in a
for
position where
sure.
people, when you're in the media, yeah, I don't think anybody's.
I guarantee you there's people that are nice to you now that you're at the Post that were assholes to you when you were at your previous jobs.
Not assholes, but certainly
Pay attention,
I can
you
get
know.
them
Yeah.
on the phone easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. What do you think, Dave? Anything on your end?
No, nothing crazy. Have fun at the Red Sox game.
So you're at the Red Sox game tonight and tomorrow?
Yeah,
What time's first pitch tomorrow? It must be Saturday.
3.
Oh, 3 o'clock.
yeah. So I can then go to SummerSlam. Banners.
Oh, you can go to bed.
Are you gonna bring Bob and sue the Banners with you?
I think that'll be
Solo effort?
separate.
You can meet Carabas. I mean, I can't tell you how electric that'll be for you to meet Jared Carabas.
What time is this?
What?
What time is the Carabas meetup?
Oh, pay-per-view is probably at 8, so I bet 7 or 8.
What, you going?
Sure, I'll go. Say hi to Jared.
Aren't you going to be in Worcester?
I leave Worcester around like 7ish.
All right, yeah, you can make it. You going to go to Banners and say hi to Jared?
See if you can find out who he's going
Is
to
this
trade
below
for
Jared to
Cole
be
Mick.
co-hosting this with
No, it's probably
a radio producer?
No, an appearance fee he's probably
They're
getting
friends.
for them.
I know, but it just feels beneath him. I don't know.
It seems, and it has WWE's logo on it, so I bet they're behind some of it.
Oh, I'm sure they are, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to get some interest, I suppose.
Yeah, it's smart.
guess.
Wait, so you said your kids are into WWE?
My son is. My daughter's not yet.
Does Erica give you tickets?
She's offered. She offered. I was working on a true crime podcast in South Carolina last year. She called me and said, "Do you want to go to the Royal Rumble this weekend?" I couldn't. But I also don't want to be in a position where I say yes and then I feel like
You have to go.
Not only that, but like now you owe
You owe,
something. Yeah, I just don't like that. So I just say thank you, no thanks. Yeah. But she's on the board. I don't know.
Yeah.
She's been quiet about it. I don't know if she's going to do a pod. I have no idea.
I don't think she'll talk about it. I
You're
bet she
probably
doesn't.
right.
Maybe in her book, like in a long time.
I'm going to give you a prediction based on nothing. Nothing. I would not be surprised if she ascends highly within that company.
Ooh.
That's a complete. I think she's. This is me speculating, knowing not a thing. I think she's friendly with the guy who essentially took over the company.
Nick Khan?
Yes.
Yep.
Because I mean, he runs the company, right? I mean,
He's co-president with
I know,
Co-CEO
but he's like a big time business. He's the guy who brokered.
He's an enormous revenue
He's a
generator.
huge Hollywood agent.
Yeah, he
or
brokered
whatever,
that $1 billion, the $2 billion
Yeah.
deals. He did both with Fox and with Peacock, NBC and
Yes.
Fox.
Yep.
So
Three.
What's the third one?
NBC twice and Fox once.
Oh, right.
Because
Yeah.
you had Raw, then the Peacock one was
Right.
separate.
But
And
right. So I that's what I think. I don't know this. I could be wrong about everything.
plus Disney on the international rights. Which is
Right.
huge.
So keep an eye on that.
Interesting.
Knowing nothing, based on absolutely nothing, reckless speculation. So we'll
Okay.
see.
All right.
We'll see. And we'll talk to you Monday with Mike Geary and Justin. Will kick off the show with we will go over some rules here. I mean, are you throw me one right now? Just be curious. Give me one that you have.
One rule:
One sort of idea that you have about it. I'm sure
everyone's
it's-
sharing a communal piss bottle. No,
Okay.
people are saying they want to bring their own.
Ugh.
No.
No, I don't like that idea.
I don't like, but we'll talk about this on Monday. I'm not sure I do either, but
I like adding little games into the mix.
we'll talk about this Monday.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. All right. We'll talk to you then. Ryan, thank you very much.
Thank you for
What's the
having
Twitter
me.
handle again? Go ahead.
Sports Rapport. Sports RAPPORT.
RAPPORT at the New York Post, and you can follow him
I
anywhere
should
else.
change my handle to just our
You
Glasspiegel
should. I always
at some
thought he was
point.
like Rappaport. I was like,
Yeah,
it's
Not
annoying
good.
as shit.
It's an annoying handle. Yeah. We'll
I
change it.
should change it.
And,
But I might lose my blue check if I do that. Live
cares?
dangerously.
Who cares? Yeah, exactly. And what's it called? The Strauss House? What the fuck is
House
it?
of Strauss.
House
on
of Strauss.
Tuesday or Wednesdays.
Tuesday or
Inside
Wednesdays.
Sports Media Talk.
There you go. I've never asked to be on that, Dave. Myself, big media name.
I wouldn't be shocked if he asked
We
you
don't.
soon.
We don't have anybody on. It's a call-in show. Anyone can call in.
Yeah, I listened to
Oh,
it. You should
remember
probably
that.